The following is a presentation of Husker Radio Sports. Your exclusive home for North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics is right here on 1240 AM, 1061 FM, KODY. You can also hear all the action at www.huskerradio.com or on the KODY mobile app, available for free in the Google Play or the App Store. Now let's send it to the voice of the Irish, Tanner Struckman.
And good evening, Irish Nation, and welcome to Eustis, Nebraska, where the Highline Bulls are set to host the North Platte St. Pat's Irish on an absolute, another picture-perfect Friday night. We're getting spoiled here in 2025. What another beautiful night it is here. Second trip to Farnham for the Irish. It was 3 years ago they were last here. It's been a series in the 8-man ranks for the last 4 years, and it's going to be another beautiful night to play an 8-man football game here from Farnham on Husker Radio's KODY, 1240 AM, 1061 FM, or online at huskerradio.com. We welcome in you wherever you might be on a Friday night as St. Pat's comes in 3-1. They've won 3 straight since that season-opening loss to Bridgeport. They bounced back well, beating Sutherland, Kimball, and Alma, all giving up 8 points in those 3 games each, and scoring 56, 51, and 44. So they've done very well since that season-opening loss. Tonight, they got a Highline Bulls team under Coach Ben Spiegel, who, let's be honest, they're 1-3, but it's hard to tell because they've lost to 3 4-0 teams. They beat 1-3 South Loop and lost on the season to Arcadia Loop City by 16. They lost to Ravenna 54-14, and then last week to Dundee County Stratton only 32-14. I know the Tigers a little short-handed, but still, that's a pretty impressive game that they led for a good portion of it. And so this is a game that you can't look past if you're St. Pat's. You got to be ready to play. They've got athletes. They've got a good senior group, and this is a squad that I think is probably hoping that this senior group takes them places into the playoffs because there's 8 of them on a smaller roster. There's 8 seniors. It is a experienced group for the Highline Bulls. Our pregame brought to you by Quick Stop, just around every corner, fast, easy, and convenient, with 6 locations throughout North Platte, also locations in Ogallala, Hershey, Grant, and Imperial, on the road to everywhere. It is Quick Stop. Again, it's a gorgeous night. We're 78 degrees right now here in Farnham. A beautiful night for football as St. Pat's 3-1 and the Highline Bulls 1-3 get set for action here on Husker Radio's KODY and online again at huskerradio.com. For inquiring minds, there might be a few that want to know how's the voice. It's hanging in there. It took a long break off. A thermos was brought. Cough drops were brought. About anything I could was brought. And so hopefully it'll hold out here for this one. It made it through a 5-setter in volleyball last night. Surely it can make it through an 8-man football game. St. Pat's Highline coming up. We're about 28 minutes to kickoff. We'll have the pregame chat with head coach Kevin Dotson. We'll recap last week's win and preview the matchup with the Highline Bulls. Coming up, you're listening to high school football from Farnham as Highline hosts St. Pat's on Husker Radio.
Looking to buy or sell in Lincoln County? The 1867 Collective is your go-to destination for buying and selling real estate. With local agents Nelson Jett, Joanne Perlinger, and Taylor Salas, you get expert guidance and professional service every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home or looking to sell, trust the agents that know Lincoln County the best. Call the 1867 Collective today at 308-330-1867 or visit us at 601 South Dewey Street. Go Irish!
Breaking here at the news desk, when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the DinoPay app. DinoPay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair DinoPay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Quick Stop.
Back here on our Quick Stop pregame show from Highline as Eustis here hosting North Platte St. Pat's and the Irish getting ready for Game 5, second half of the season. We'll get into the Bulls in just a moment, but Coach Kevin Dodson with us as the Irish get another a big win on the road last week at Alma, 44-8. Overall, a real nice victory, I thought, from the group, and it was such a unique team to prepare for. I don't know that you're going to see a team like that very often, and I thought they obviously repped it all week because they handled it pretty well.
Yeah, they do a good job, and Coach Johnson does a nice job of getting that team put together. And as you watch them play, the amount of time that it must take to execute what they do offensively. A lot of handoffs, a lot of reverses, those kind of things. So I was proud of our kids. I thought we had a good plan going in. I thought they executed it well, and I thought we made a step in the right direction.
Some big moments of that game. You got back-to-back picks, and you're up 28-0, and it feels pretty comfortable. And then they go score. They recover a fumble. And that ensuing drive was huge right before half that they had, because if they score there, they get the ball again in the second half. All of a sudden, you could be a one-score game pretty quick, but you got to stop. And even though it was only 3, I thought that was the biggest 3 points, certainly the biggest field goal. It's only one this year, but it was a monster 3 points right before half.
Yeah, I thought the same way, Tanner. I felt like we had controlled most of the first half until the very end, and then they got the momentum on that turnover, and their energy level kind of sparked a little bit and had a nice drive against us. And then we were able to come back and answer that, and I thought we got the momentum back right before half with that 42-yard field goal by Sutton.
Yeah, like a 30-second drive. I mean, it kind of executed about as good as you could have.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was you could tell that the kids were confident what they were doing, and to get those points right before half, that was a big deal. That was a big deal mentally for us, I think. And then we came out, I thought, in the second half and executed well, and to hold a team like that to 8 points. I think that was their lowest output all season long. Is a feather in our cap defensively.
Yeah, it stresses your defensive ends. He runs well. He's just tall and long and gets down the field quicker than other kids. But I thought you held your own there, and your secondary has played really 4 solid games.
Yeah, I think they keep getting better, and I think they're more confident. I feel like especially for Mason Geely, I feel like, as a senior, and we've talked about this before, the game kind of slows down quite a bit. And I think the game for Mason is at a good level. He's comfortable and he's confident in what he's doing, and willing to take some chances and be aggressive to the ball. And that's what you need from your defensive back.
Irish offensively, 44 points, pretty proficient, cashing in on those 2 INTs and getting 2 long drives to start the game. Just smash mouth, 13 and 10 play drives. Yeah,
and as I said before, that's important for you to do, especially against a team like Alma, who has a prolific offense. And if you can keep the ball out of their hands when you're on the offensive side of the ball, that really creates a little more difficulty for them. And so, I thought we executed well. I told the boys that at halftime. Those to me were beautiful drives. There was nothing flashy about them. It was just Irish football, right? We're gonna get 4 or 5 yards. We're gonna move down the field and have a series of plays to get that score. And there was nothing quick or fancy or flashy about it. I thought we just did a nice job of controlling the line of scrimmage and running the ball hard.
St. Pat's 44-8, now 3-1, 3 straight wins since the season opening loss. And this isn't a thing that's necessarily the varsity that's causing a lot of this, but it was in this game at least. The fumbles that number's a little higher than it normally is at this point in the year. It's just looking back to previous years. That's really been about the only bugaboo you can look at.
Yeah, I appreciate you pointing that out, Tanner. It seems like there's a lot of positive things that happen during a game, and you always seem to find the one things that we should probably be addressing a little bit more, and I thank you for that, because without you pointing that out, we probably wouldn't even have recognized that that's been an issue. But yeah, no, we I don't know what it is, but yeah, we've put the ball on the ground too many times this year, and we have to do a better job of that.
St. Pat's gets ready for the Highline Bulls coming up next. We'll preview them after this.
Putting your family
Phelps Family Dentistry, we always go the extra mile for our patients. Whether it's helping them conquer their dental anxiety or helping them achieve the smile they've always dreamed of, our team strives to make sure every patient feels like family. Call 534-4040 to schedule your appointment or visit us on the web at phelpsdds.com. We would like to also wish St. Pat's Irish good luck this sports season.
Putting your family first.
Why wait? You don't have to sit around a long time waiting to register just to have your lab work done. Whether you are at the North Platte Health Pavilion or Westfield Shopping Center, Pathology Services has multiple drawing stations and ample personnel to draw your blood tests quickly so your time is better spent elsewhere. Simply tell your doctor you want your lab test performed at the first floor in North Platte Health Pavilion or Westfield Shopping Center at Pathology Services.
Pathology Services of North Platte. Learn more at pathologyservices.com.
Looking for more than just an education for your child? At North Platte Catholic Schools, we combine strong academics with a faith-based environment, helping students grow not just in knowledge but in character. Yes, there's tuition, but the values, the guidance, and the ability to make moral decisions, that's priceless. Want to learn more? Call me, Enrollment Director Gwen Covey, 308-532-1874.
Okay, so you have your back-to-school checklist. Things like new clothes, new shoes, new book bag, dental checkup. What? You don't have dental checkup? You should. States Dental can give you healthy and bright smiles as you go back to school. States Dental provides comprehensive preventative care as well as some same-day treatment services. Keep smiling this school year and visit States Dental of North Platte. Our family caring for yours. Find them on Facebook and at statesdental.com.
Welcome back on our Quick Stop pregame show. Coach Kevin Dotson here as St. Pat's gets ready for the Highline Bulls on the road for the second straight game. And this is a Highline team that, you know, record-wise, it's hard to tell because they've played, I think they've lost to 3-4-0 teams, which am I right in that? I could be wrong in that, but I obviously won last week with Dundee County Stratton and a game that was, you know, well in hand for them. Later than I think most people probably thought it would be. So they really competed in that game for, I don't know, probably at least 3 quarters.
Yeah, absolutely. And Highline's a very well-coached team, and they always have good athletes, and they play the game the right way. And, you know, they had Dundee County, who many people believe is one of the premier teams in D1 on the ropes early in that game. And so now Dundee County, you know, I know they were missing a couple of players, but still, you know, one of the strengths of their team is going to be their offensive defensive line, and I thought Highline executed well and did a nice job of staying in that game.
And you know what, years past, last time you went to Eustis, they were, you know, running zone reads and a lot of quarterback runs, and he was very effective as a passer. He was one of the better players in D1. Is it the same style of offense, just different players?
Yeah, I think so. You know, they're like I said, they're good at what they do. You're going to see the ball in the air. I think they probably throw it a little bit more than what they have in the past, but the run game is pretty solid. The quarterback likes to run the ball a lot. They do run some options, so they do enough to keep your defense off balance, and you know, we have to be ready for everything that they throw at us, and it's going to be a different look a lot of times.
That is 8-man football though anymore. I mean, and maybe it's been that way well before you joined. Is the quarterback throwing 10, 15 a game, and he runs probably 10, 15 a game.
Yeah, I think you'll see that a lot in 8-man football, that, you know, a lot of times they'll put kind of a running back type kid back there at what we traditionally call the quarterback spot, and they design a lot of plays to get the quarterback the ball and let him run. And we're gradually moving in that direction at times, and it just puts another good runner in the backfield, especially if you're a team that likes to run the ball.
St. Pat's at Highline here, and so another good test for your secondary, which we talked earlier. I think it's graded out really well since week 1.
Yeah, they're doing a good job, and I think, you know, we keep running into these teams that will put it in the air quite a bit, and so I think as I said before, I think our confidence is growing week in and week out to what we can do, and I think you see that in their aggressive play. And of course, I think Coach A does a great job of scheming and putting kids in the correct positions.
I know you're a little banged up coming into this game, so and this is something that we've talked to Bill and I have talked about. If Sutton, where he's at, if he's not 100%, but your backup Jackson's played really well, 3 for 3, couple touchdowns. He's got a good arm. I know you got confidence in him. Yeah, we have confidence in all those guys that come in and take a starter spot. But Jackson has a good feel for the game. He throws a nice football, and so when he's in there, you could maybe see us throw the ball a little bit more. When Sutton's in there, obviously Sutton's legs are pretty valuable to us, and he does a great job running the ball, and his passing game has gotten much better too. And so both of those guys provide a threat for us in the backfield, and we'll just see how things go. Hopefully Sutton's ready to go, but if he's not, then we'll give Jackson the nod. St. Pat's at Highline, halfway point in the year, by the way. Is that incredible or what? It just doesn't seem possible. Yeah. All right, Game 5 coming up. Thanks for the time. Thanks, Tanner. More pregame after this.
Western Nebraska Bank on us.
This is Marcy Hunter, Market President of Western Nebraska Bank. As a family-owned bank, we understand that you need to be present for the moments that matter. Our banking solutions are secure, quick, and easy to use so that you can focus on what truly matters. Western Nebraska Bank in North Platte, Curtis, Paxton, and Thedford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Western Nebraska Bank on us.
If it's party time, plan your next occasion at Occasions. Right next to the lake, Occasions can host your next gathering, meeting, party, or simply a get-together. With a full kitchen and outdoor patio, plus tables and chairs, call Mike to book at 227-2602. Occasions of North Platte.
Hi, this is Jordan Mawson with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. Thinking of selling your farm or ranch now or down the road? Let's get ahead of the game with a professional evaluation and high-quality photos. Right now is the perfect time to showcase your land. Lush grass, clear skies, and everything looking its best. Don't wait for the dead of winter. Schedule your shoot today and be ready when the time to sell is right. Call me, Jordan Mawson, or check me out at lashleyland.com.
Welcome back to Farnham, Nebraska, as the Highline Bulls get set to host your St. Pat's Irish here on Husker Radio's KODY live video at huskerradio.com. Tanner Struckman on our Quick Stop pregame show as it's Parents' Night here tonight. They're introducing all of them right now here for the Highline Bulls. St. Pat's 3-1. Highline comes in 1-3, and we welcome in Mr. Bill O'Malley to the broadcast. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening, Tanner. I'm glad your voice seems to sound pretty good. I heard the end of your call last night on an exciting volleyball game, and it's a good thing they didn't go a 6th set.
I said that in the broadcast. I think everybody wants one, and except for me, I couldn't have handled another one. But yeah, not exactly what to throw. You were just about called up into higher duty with Thomas Heirigs moving up into SWAT 2.
I told somebody they said you were under the weather, and I thought, there's going to be a lot of dead air time if that's the case.
Thomas was pretty excited to jump in for what it's worth. And he's celebrating, by the way, a birthday here today. So shout out to our video producer, Thomas Heirigs, for our birthday video guy here today. St. Pat's 3-1. Irish have won 3 straight. Well, last week, 44-8 at Alma. And in fact, the scores have been pretty similar. 8 points each of the last 3 weeks given up. The offense has been pretty efficient. A couple opening drives that were long drives, 10-play and a 13-play drive to start it off. Mason Giebler got a couple 4-yard runs out of those 2 drives. I thought key early in the game that we didn't really talk about a whole lot was Irish got 3 4th-down conversions on those first 2 drives.
Yeah, they did. They had a good push, and they were able to convert. And I think first drive of the game, right? I mean, they. One that was really key that kept them alive. I remember us talking about how, I think they anticipated that Alma offense being able to really put up some numbers, and I think they felt like we can't afford to get behind in the exchange, and were able to convert and then went on to do a really good job. And frankly, I was going to say too, in your pregame with Coach Dodson, it kind of slipped me that they only scored 8 points. I mean, it felt like they had some success offensively, but to the Irish's credit, they just weren't able to maintain those things.
They threw 2 first interceptions, and then That made it 28-0. Irish scored on both of those ensuing drives then. But Alma scored right before half. They forced a fumble, got a and at that point, you're thinking, this could be a 2-score game, and they get the ball at the start of the second half. Irish got a stop, then got a 42-yard field goal in about 28 seconds. It was a pretty incredible little short drive, and ultimately got up at half 31-8. No Sutton Tickle in the second half, and he's going to be out today, or for limited at least here today. So you're going to see Jackson Braithwaite come in quite a bit here today. But I thought second half they did what they wanted to do. 364 rush yards overall in the game. That was a season high. They're most in about 10 games. 444 total yards. They had 80 passing yards. Ben Heinrichs had a career day. Even though he did fumble twice, he had 17 carries, 159 yards, and a score. That was a career day. Mason Giebler, a couple of touchdown runs. Pieper and Tickle ran hard. And running the ball's been efficient, but the pass game was pretty efficient. Both quarterbacks threw a touchdown, but overall, I mean, it's never going to be 50-50 split, but when the passing game can get you two, that's about as 50-50 as you're going to get with Irish football.
That's exactly right, and both those touchdown plays were really really good plays on both ends. I thought the quarterbacks, one by Sutton and one by Jackson, the ball was kind of put in a place where their receivers had a chance to make a play, but they were both difficult plays, and both guys, Peyton and Tucker, made difficult catches and secured the ball.
And that pass game's been efficient. 10 of 15 for Sutton Tickle this year with 2 touchdowns, 167 yards. Jackson Braithwaite as a backup, 3 for 3, 62 yards and 2 touchdowns. They both have played really well. And, Sutton is likely not going to play any quarterback here today or defense. He's only going to be available in the kicking game with a shoulder injury. So that's a change. There's no doubt that's going to change a little bit of what this Irish offense wants to do. Not a ton because, it's kind of plug-and-play offense. But Jackson doesn't maybe have quite the running ability or run opportunities in this game maybe that Sutton would have gotten.
I agree with that. And I think you got to feel like it had to do Jackson a lot of good confidence-wise a week ago, sure. First drive of the second half, and I thought it was a huge drive in the game because you're operating out there without your starting quarterback, and Jackson led a scoring drive, I think, on the first possession of the second half, and that was really big in terms of building confidence and kind of maybe you might say squelching whatever opportunity that the Cardinals thought they had.
Irish 3-1. Their opponent tonight, the Highline Bulls. Coach Ben Spiegel's in his 6th year here leading this program. And you go back 3 years ago, we came here, and boy, what a heck of a game that was when St. Pat's was able to. They got a win. And of course, 2 years ago at home was an even better game. Might have been the best game at Knights of Columbus Field in a long, long time. But St. Pat's is able to get in 3 wins. But this year's group, they've lost to 3 4-0 teams. So it's a little bit hard to tell, how good this team can be. I think they can be pretty good. They've lost to Arcadia Loop City, only trailed 8-6 at half, lost to them by 16. They beat South Loop, a game they controlled pretty much the entire way, 28-6. Ravenna came at home, beat them 54-14 2 weeks ago, but that one actually, Highline had a good start in that one. They led 14-12 at the end of the first quarter, but gave up a 20-0 run in the second quarter. And then last week, Dundee County Stratton, we were kind of talking about this score throughout our broadcast, that it was a tight one right here in Highline, and it was, I believe, 8-6 at half. But Dundee County Stratton got going in the second half, ended up winning that 32-14. But they showed they can compete with some have the number 1 team in Class D1 in the state. Yeah, albeit a little injury shorted, but still, that's a program that doesn't just ride on 2 players. They are loaded for bear.
And I think I was talking to Coach Braithwaite. He was impressed with the way the line of scrimmage kind of held up against what's a really good physical DCS team, and so I think that has the coaches, gives them a little cause for concern.
Highline do have a smaller roster, only 22 on the roster, but 8 seniors too. So it's 22. You can deal with 8-man football next year. Of course, they're going to need some guys to step up. That's going to be a pretty small roster. 8 sophomores, and then it's 3 juniors, 3 freshmen on the roster. And they start 5 seniors 2 ways. They're pretty active on this team. Brody Diefenbaugh, the senior quarterback, leads the way. And you go back to 2-3 years ago. This was a program that had a really good quarterback who's now playing at the next level, and I believe Coach Braithwaite told me he was maybe at Kearney there now. And Coach Dotson said, I asked him, is that the same offense that Diefenbach's going to run? He said, for a lot of it is. He's got leading ball carrier. He's got the most rushing yards. He's thrown for 321 yards. So the offense is going to go through the quarterback a whole lot in this game.
Yeah, a little different build on Diefenbach than Evans. Evans was a kind of a scat guy and really hard to contain and all that kind of thing. And he is, I believe, playing at UNK. In fact, I think he scored a touchdown in their game against Fort Hays on maybe a long pass play.
Riker Evans. I couldn't come up with the last name because I got stuck on 24 Riker Adkins now. And there's only room for one Riker in my head, but he was a tremendous player for this Highline Bulls program. But there's other guys outside of Diefenbach that'll make some waves. Gage Rupp's a sophomore fullback. He's second on the team with 115 rushing yards. Chase Beitler's going to be the main senior wideout. He's got 9 balls already this year and a pair of touchdowns. You'll see some spread offense. You're going to see some wing back. You're going to see some empty sets for Diefenbach most of the time. I mean, going to be some quick passes, especially when they go wide, because then you've only got 3 blockers in front of you, and they'll do that a lot, get some quick passes. I think that the story is kind of similar to what it was last week against Alma. Can they slow down the Irish? Because Alma found they could not. Highline's given up 252 rush yards a game this year, gave up 153 even to the South Loup team that they really have manhandled. They did slow St. Pat's early in the game last year. That was a game that was only 21-6 at halftime before the Irish opened it up. So that'll be the key for Highline. Can they try to limit this Irish attack and obviously maybe cause some problems with a different quarterback there for the Irish in the white uniforms?
Yeah, I think all of that, just watching the player introductions here, that's a good-looking group that Highline's able to put out there. So it'll be a challenge, and I think it really is important that the Irish get off to a good start, and ball security becomes even more important when you have a new quarterback and all of those things.
Be a key, no doubt. Pausing for national anthem kickoff next between the Irish and the Bulls.
CT Computer Services in North Platte is your one-stop computer shop, offering PC and Mac repair, in-shop, on-site, and remote services available for your home or business. And they also offer PC sales and service of major brands like Dell, new and refurbished units in stock, and even custom-built PCs. Prices for every budget starting at less than $300. CT Computer Services at Phillips and Willow in North Platte. Call 534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys.
Lincoln County Feed Yard reminds you, when it's time to eat Nebraska beef. Real food for real people. It's pro-America and pro-Nebraska. The Lincoln County Feed Yard is a proud supporter of the North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics. Eat beef tonight and go Irish.
When it comes time to honor the life of your loved one, it's all about the relationship. Adams and Swanson Funeral Home will help you celebrate that bond with assisting you and your family with all services, ceremonies, grief support, and pre-planning. Learn more by visiting adamswanson.com or by calling 532-2044.
Put me in, Coach. I'm ready.
Hold on there, race car. You're not quite ready to get in the game, but Dave's Place is. Our new location is in mid-season form, ready for your next game day watch party.
Pizza made from fresh dough and wings. Boy, do we have wings.
Pre-gaming for that big matchup, maybe celebrating the big win after, or even trying to forget that ugly loss.
Lose? You can't lose at Dave's Place. You're always winning at Dave's Place. Family atmosphere inside and carry out and DoorDash too.
502 East Francis Street in North Platte. Whoop, whoop.
Back here in Farnham, Nebraska, Tanner Struckman, Bill O'Malley, Thomas Heirigs on the video producing side here today as we get ready, or Eustis, you're right, Eustis, there we go. I think hopefully that's only the first time I've said that. Otherwise, surely I would have gotten a text message. All right, St. Pat's home, widescreen numerals, gold helmets, highlight in the dark reds, white numerals, pretty much all dark reds with white helmets. St. Pat's going to receive this kickoff left or right. The kicker, Parker Schutz doing the kicking duties. St. Pat's sending back Ben Heirigs and Mason Giebler. They'll be back standing at their own about 5-yard line to receive this kickoff here.
Staring directly into the sun.
And there is a sun at this angled field here. And this kick is a high end over end kick. Ben Heirigs going to field it as it takes him into the end zone for a touchback. And the Irish will bring it out at their own 15-yard line. Start it off. Here comes the Irish attack. And first thing you notice, Jackson Braithwaite 30 leads them out. The 5'9", 160-pound junior, 8 carries this year. Hasn't gotten on the plus side in the carry department. He's just had some tough negative plays, but very efficient through the air, 3 of 362 and 2 touchdowns. I would imagine, though, this will be a pretty run-heavy offense for most part of this game. Without Sutton Tickle out there with that shoulder injury, he'll be available for kicking duties only. St. Pat's working right to left, and they go out with an I formation. Xavier Pieper in the backfield with Mason Giebler dotting the I, and he'll get the carry off the near side. Giebler got some room. Giebler into the second level, takes it across the 20 to the 23-yard line. Gain of 8 on play number 1, and when you're breaking in a new quarterback, you don't mind 8 yards on the opening carry.
Really well blocked there. Mason was able to get past the line of scrimmage untouched and then made a little move kind of at second level and stretched it out to 8 yards.
Giebler averaging 7 yards a carry, is 44th on the season. He's actually second in yards. Ben Heirig's nearly 400 rushing yards this season. Back to the I formation, 2nd and 2. Ball at their own 23, working into the sun. Handoff, this time Giebler right side, another first down run. He's across the 30 to the 31. So they'll give him about 7 more, and the Irish move to the 31-yard line.
Really good signs here early. 2 plays in, but the Irish's front's really getting on that Bulls defensive front.
And so 2 carries, 15 yards for Mason Giebler and a first down for the Irish offensive attack. Giebler last year against Highline, 7 carries, 81 yards and 2 scores. He's had 3 straight games now with 2 rushing touchdowns. Irish operating on the near hash, working right to left in the all-whites today with an I formation. 1st and 10 from their own 31. This time Braithwaite, Giebler left side again. It's left, right, left. This one gets another good gain of 6, maybe 7. And if you're the Irish following that offensive line, you're probably going to keep doing this until it doesn't get you 7 yards.
Yeah, they're doing a great job getting bodies on people, and Mason's hitting it up in there quickly, and so a lot of good signs here in the very early going.
Weston Hammond on this left side. Of course, Spencer Mostek, your center. And on that right side, Emilio Demas, your tight ends right now are Tucker Kemp and Peyton Kramer on that far side. 2nd and 3, ball at the 37-yard line. This time, fullback gets a carry. That's Xavier Pieper. He takes it across midfield. He'll push the change to the 37-yard line. And a first down run of 6 yards for the fullback, the junior, 18th carry of the year for Pieper.
Counter, I believe. I was watching up front, didn't see the backfield action, but I think that was counter.
First down on the 37-yard line.
And I'm certain that was something, with Jackson Braithwaite out there that, the exchanges and just the snaps. There have been some issues with this whole group just fumbling the ball. From the 37-yard line in Highline territory. First time in Bulls side. They give it Giebler, right side up the middle. He's got a hole again. Inside the 30, takes it to the 29-yard line. And that'll be a gain of about 8 more. And Mason, 4 carries, 30 yards already on this opening drive.
Well, you wonder if maybe the Bulls are concerned with Mason's speed back there and are playing a little wider to the edge, and the Irish are just getting underneath them and getting body on body and really doing a nice job up front.
2nd down and 2 at the 29-yard line. Opening drive here for St. Pat's. They work into the sun. 9:08 to go. Play action pass. Looking to throw Braithwaite. He's got Peyton Kramer open. Airs it up. Peyton hauls it in. Touchdown, Peyton Kramer. And Jackson Braithwaite has started the year 4 for 4 with 3 touchdown passes.
Yeah, that's doing it then. And he did a really nice job. You could see pretty early in that play action that nobody went with Peyton, but Jackson had good time. He had good protection and was patient back there and let Peyton really clear, and then was able to just float one up there. It was a really easy ball for him to catch.
For Kramer, his 3rd touchdown reception of his career, 2nd this year, and his 2nd straight game. And out there is the senior Sutton Tickle now for the PAT. And this one will go up and through. St. Pat's opens it up with a 6-play, 65-yard touchdown drive. 8:57 to go in the opening quarter. Irish lead 7-0 on Husker Radio.
Are you tired of gathering that same old bull off the neighbors? Or maybe you can't even enjoy some privacy in your own backyard? You need to call Lazy TS Custom Fencing of North Platte. We offer barbed wire fencing, continuous fencing, privacy fence, chain link fence, tank setting, snow removal, and any skid loader service required. Lazy TS Custom Fencing, 308-539-9579, and go Irish.
Looking for a real sports bar, not a restaurant with a TV in the corner? That's what you'll find at McCabe's. With 14 beers on tap, a full liquor selection, Keno, and plenty of room to play. This isn't where you sit quietly and sip. This is where the game's always on, the pool tables are open, and the energy's just right. Grab something off the menu, pour a drink, and kick back in your new favorite corner of downtown. McCabe's Pub and Lounge, corner of 4th and Dewey, downtown North Platte.
As your American Family Insurance agent in North Platte, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Justin Thompson at the Justin Thompson Agency. Call me at 534-2400 or stop in at 501 South Dewey Street, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
Sutton Tickle with a grounding kickoff that is going to get into the end zone for Brody Diefenbaugh, and Bulls will come out from their own 15-yard line. So Sutton available for kicking duties, which is still a big part of his game. He's 19 of 19 on the year in PATs, and he's 16 of 19 on touchbacks this year. So,
well, you can't take your starting quarterback out and figure you're gonna be quite the same team, but Jackson did a great job there on his first drive offensively, handling the ball and then making the nice pass on the touchdown.
Well,
but maybe Sutton is in some ways more valuable defensively. He's a guy they've moved around and done a lot of things with.
He's not out there, and it's either Tucker Kemp or Cooper Swanson taking his role. We'll check. Brody Diefenbaugh, the quarterback, gets it left side off the carry. First down run. That goes about 8 yards for this Highline offense. That was Chase Beitler. And he picks up a solid 8 yards. He's a senior running back, 32 carries on the year, but only averaging 2.3 yards per carry. That time got 8.
Really well blocked there by Highline. They just kind of had the Irish outflanked and opened a kind of a gaping hole there on their offensive left side.
Second down and 2. Bulls looking away from the sun in the dark reds here today. Brody Diefenbaugh, the quarterback, the senior's thrown for 321, rushed for just over 200. Second and 2 from his own 23. Fullback goes in motion. They'll pitch that way to Beitler. Beitler with it. Got a first down run across the 30 or 25, excuse me. He's near the 30. And he's going to be just shy of the 30 by about a yard, but that's a gain of 6 yards and a first down. So a couple carries to their senior back, and he's gotten 2 carries for 14 yards.
Really well blocked out there. The Irish had a couple defenders out there, but they just had them walled off, and a good group of personnel out in front. There were 3 kind of lead blockers. One motion man was out in front of him on the toss sweep, and they did a nice job of holding up there on the perimeter.
They mark him right at the 30, so a good start for this offense, averaging 118 on the ground, 80 through the air, 198 total, and 18 points per game. They operate in a pistol with Diefenbaugh under center. Now they'll move the deep back to the left wing. Now some confusion. They're shifting from left to right. Now Coach going to have to take a timeout. Coach Spiegel a little frustrated with that one because a lot of movement that ultimately is going to pull a timeout. We will take it too. We have 7:56 to go in the opening quarter. St. Pat's 7, Highline 0 on Husker Radio.
A proven track record of success. That's what you expect from an attorney, and it's what you get at Lindenmeyer Law of North Platte. The attorneys at Lindenmeyer Law have handled it all with personalized and aggressive representation both in and out of the courtroom. Simply put, Lindenmeyer Law knows the law for all your legal needs. Located at 422 North Dewey in North Platte, downtown on the Bricks. Call 308-534-6740. That's 534-6740, or visit flatrocklaw.com.
Looking for used items at a big discount, all while supporting the North Platte Catholic Schools? Shop The Bargain Bin, a thrift store located at 421 East 3rd Street in North Platte. Open Wednesday, Saturday, 10 to 3. The Bargain Bin sells everything from household items, quality home decor, crafts, clothing in all sizes, including children's, bedding, holiday decorations, antiques, and furniture. Plus, donations are accepted with drop-off Monday and Tuesday, 8:30 to noon, and Wednesday, Saturday, 8:30 to 3 p.m. After hours, call 221-2665. Proceeds benefit North Platte Catholic Schools. Shop The Bargain Bin today.
That timeout brought to you by Shelter Insurance, here to protect what matters most to you and your family. An early one for Highline here. Under 9 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Under 8 minutes to go. 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Pitch left side. This is Rupp on the carry. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Irish right there for the sophomore fullback, Gage Rupp. His 35th carry, he's averaging 3.4 yards per carry, and that time completely blown up. Hudson Deeds, one of them on that defensive linebacking spot.
Cooper Swanson got some penetration there from his defensive end spot. Wasn't able to secure the tackle, but stretched it out and slowed him down, and the pursuit caught up.
That D-line, Peyton Kramer, Emilio Demas, Hans Kane, and Cooper Swanson on that right side. Linebacker Xavier Pieper, who came off a little ginger on that offensive drive. He's out there Hudson Dean's in that linebacking core. Mason Giebler and Ben Heirigs, your secondary players here for St. Pat's. Second down and now 10.5, loss of a half of a yard. I formation, Diefenbach gives it near side, nowhere to go again. The deep back gets nothing. Beitler gets nothing, maybe loses a yard. Once again, the D-line doing their job here for St. Pat's. Demas and Hans Kane on the stop. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
I felt like Hans Kane was kind of the key guy there. He really made a pile there in the middle, and there was just nowhere for the back to go.
So now to be 3rd down and 12 here after the loss of 1. Beitler 3 carries for 13 yards from their own 27.5-yard line here. Clock at 6.5 to go. St. Pat's 7 and Highline 0. Their opening drive, 5th play coming up here. Opponents against the Irish this year, 28% on 3rd down. In the gun is Diefenbach. Sends a man in motion. That's Beitler. Fakes a handoff to him. Look at the throw. Got a go route deep. Kane coming in. Knocks the ball free. It's going to be ultimately covered up. The freshman makes that play. Hans Kane got the hit and the recovery.
And that was just a classic bull rush. Hans just got under that guy's pads and just drove him straight back into the quarterback.
And it's all the way back at the 10-yard line. It was 17 yards from the line of scrimmage. Well, that ended up being, and St. Pat's takes over on a fumble lost by the Highline Bulls at the Bulls' 10-yard line.
That was an impressive play by Hans Kane. He just, from the very get-go, the snap, he got under the guy's pads and just drove him straight back.
And so the Irish take over the 10 of Bull territory. 6:07 to go in the opening quarter. Ben Heirigs dots the eye this time. So junior gets it off the left side. Heirigs touches back to the right side, trying to slip a tackle and cannot. Great tackle on the play. Parker Schutz, the senior, makes that play. He is their leading tackler, averaging 10 a game. Picks up a few inside the 5. They'll mark it at the 4.
I think, sometimes you discourage kids from moving laterally much, but that was so effective for Ben a week ago, and there wasn't really much at the point of attack there, so he probably got all there was right there.
He only got 2, down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. St. Pat's second play of this drive. 5:36 to go in our opening quarter after a gift on the fumble lost by Diefenbach. Braithwaite back under center. He threw for the opening touchdown. Hard count and a jump on that D-line for Highline. First penalty of the game is going to be on Highline. That'll make it 2nd goal at the 4-yard line. That's a credit to Braithwaite and this different crew out there for St. Pat's.
The obvious thing is it buys you halfway to the goal, but maybe the bigger thing in the course of the game overall is it keeps people from jumping your snap. We saw that in week 1. The Irish really had trouble with Bridgeport jumping their snap.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. Braithwaite under center turns, gives it Heirigs up the left side. Ben falling forward, but he is short. No, he's in now. Touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run for Ben Heirigs, his 7th of the year.
I thought it looked like, I'm pretty sure he's laying with his hips on the line, but it just takes one of the guys from the side has to see that the ball is across there.
So for Heirigs, he adds to his great start to this year with that. Of course, had a tremendous game last week, 159 yards, a career day. Sutton Tickle on the PAT. This one is up, and this one is through. St. Pat's 14 and Highline 0. Irish taking advantage of a fumble loss. 5:15 to go in the opening quarter. 2-score lead for St. Pat's on the road here at Highline. Back after this on Husker Radio.
Ollie, you need to clean up your fishing and hunting gear. It's everywhere.
I'm out of room. I don't have anywhere to put it.
Get some storage at Nutter Storage. They have sizes for everything.
I already have some there.
Well, get a Nutter Storage, 532-1332.
This is Marty Trushinsky. I'm proud to help sponsor another year of sports for our St. Pat's Irish teams. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, I'd be glad to help you out. I've been handling civil lawsuits, criminal cases, and general legal matters here in North Platte for over 30 years. Like our Irish teams, I know how to win. Call me at 534-4837 or visit my website at troshlaw.com. Experience you need, results you want, and let's go Irish.
Just like the athletes on the field quarter track, your heating and cooling units work hard, and service on them is sometimes needed. When the air conditioning stops running cold or your furnace shuts down, call Langmeyer Heating and Cooling of North Platte for service or a new unit altogether. That's Langmeyer Heating and Cooling of North Platte, 534-1044. Ben Heirigs caps off a short drive after Hans Kane forces the fumble and recovers the fumble for the first time this year. Sutton Tickle, this one not going to be on the ground. He'll boot that one through the back of the end zone for another touchback, and
Kick
Bulls
goes
start
in the
their
end
own
zone, first down,
15-yard
Bulls.
line. Irish football brought to you in part also by CT Computer Services on the corner of Phillip and Willow, offering Tune-Up Tuesdays, where all-in-shop services are half price. That's CT Computer Services, technology solved. 5:15 opening quarter, here for North Platte St. Pat's and the Highline Bulls. Irish won this game last year at home, 50-14. A couple years ago, 36-32 thriller, one that I think Highline probably thought that was one that they had late, and Irish stole it.
Really a contrast of styles there. Big plays by Evans and the Bulls, and just kind of normal Irish football, and looked like it was going to go Highline's way until the very end.
Highline's got to take a timeout to start this drive. That's their second. We'll take it to 5:15, quarter one. St. Pat's 14, Highline 0.
Looking to buy or sell in Lincoln County? The 1867 Collective is your go-to destination for buying and selling real estate. With local agents Nelson Jett, Joanne Perlinger, and Taylor Salas, you get expert guidance and professional service every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home or looking to sell, trust the agents that know Lincoln County the best. Call the 1867 Collective today at 308-330-1867 or visit us at 601 South Dewey Street. Go Irish!
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Back to the Bulls offense here, 5:15 in the second quarter, and they start with a hard count, and I think the Irish jump. They're going to give their 5 yards for the first time here today. That was going to be, I think, Cooper Swanson jump
Save
on
money
that
at
far
the Pump
side.
and Quick Stop
First
with the
penalty will be
Dino
first
Pay
and
app.
5 with the
Dino Pay
timeout.
offers contactless
Five
payment
yards.
using your preferred debit or credit
out to
card.
the
The
20
savings
of the Bulls
add up
offense.
with 12 cents per
Yeah,
gallon.
they may
and
well
even
have
more on
talked about, hey,
Tuesdays and
let's see if we can
Thursdays
slow
with
down the rush
rollbacks
a
for
little bit,
savings
get
of
on
15
count.
cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair
Back
Dino
and
Pay
Irish set,
saving
if you will,
you
an I
at the pump.
formation.
Don't
Biter off the
forget
right side, hits
Frazzle
Peyton Kramer,
Gourmet
and
for
will
real
go fall
shakes
forward
and
for a
sprinkles.
yard
Every
gain.
day low
Five
price
really
on your favorite beers.
locking down this near defensive end spot.
55, Peyton
It'll be
Kramer
second down
also
and 4 after a
stop.
gain of 1.
Second
Yeah,
down, 4.
and Peyton was able to slip the block by the tight end there. Tight end got off and kind of was on him, and then he just slipped to the inside and made the hit in the backfield.
So second down and 4 from the 21-yard line for this Bulls offense. 4:46 to go in the opening quarter. Working left to right, down 14-0. Their opening drive, 5 plays, ultimately ended in a fumble. Irish switch Peyton Kramer to the right side, and on the near side, Cooper Swanson. Second and 4, fake the pitch this way. Back to throw is Diefenbaugh. Pressure coming, flush left. He'll throw late, throw it to the sideline. Beitler able to come up with the catch at the 28-yard line. That was a lot of distress and ended up being about a 7-yard completion and a first down for Bulls.
Yeah, and Diefenbaugh wasn't really able to set his feet at all. Emilio
First
Demas
down
was
on the
bearing
28-yard
down
line.
on him, and he just kind of flipped it out there. And when it first left his hand, I thought, boy, if we got anybody in the area, that's the kind of pass that usually gets picked off. But he had a receiver, and the receiver was able to secure it nicely.
And Beitler is the main target this year. His 10th grab of the season right there. Moves it out to the 27-yard line. First and 10, 4:14 opening quarter. Shotgun set, twins to the far side for Diefenbaugh. Back to throw. Has time, flushed up the middle, now going to take off and run. Got the sideline to the 30, 35, lowers his head, gets ushered out of bounds right at the sticks by Mason Giebler and Brecken Collins, but he'll have a first down to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, just Irish rush there. The Irish rush there was aggressive and was in the backfield, but just didn't really stay in their lanes and left an opening for Diefenbaugh there.
The near line judge, he had it all the way up to the 39, the far one, which is where the ball was at the 37. So
I would guess the difference, Tanner, the guy on the far side probably had it out of bounds, and the guy on the near side marked where the tackle kind of was made there.
Second down and 1 from their own 37. Bulls try to get into Irish territory for the first time under 4 minutes in the opening quarter. Beitler in motion short. Here's a Diefenbaugh keeper on the near side. Defensive end got tucked in. He'll have the first down run down to the 36-yard line, maybe 35. That's a 7-8-yard run by Diefenbaugh. And that play set up by Peyton Kramer getting kind of sucked in on that D-line.
He did, and I don't know. I think sometimes coach has different responsibilities where they will twist inside and have have contained by a linebacker, but I'm not sure if that was the case that particular time.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line in Bulls territory. Highline on the move here on their second drive. First one stalled out by a fumble lost. Irish cashed in. Twins to the near side, ball right in front of us here. Get a good look at this Bulls offense with a wing right for Diefenbaugh. 1 for 1 through the air. Sends Beitler in motion again. Back to throw. Diefenbaugh this time with time. Set feet, throw over the middle. He's got Beitler all the way in the end, near the end zone, open, but he falls incomplete. Beitler got well behind the linebackers and Mason Giebler back there. It would have came back anyways, though. There was a hold called on the Bulls, and that'll be their second penalty. I was going to back them up.
That's by far, and I don't know if it had anything to do with the hold or not, but that's by far the most time they've been able to get Diefenbaugh. He was really able to set his feet and throw it. Maybe tried to be a little too exact. His receiver was quite a ways behind any Irish defender there.
He was wide open. Beitler nearly had his 3rd touchdown reception. Instead, it's going to be 1st and 20, back at their own 35. Hey, if you need a thicker, greener, less troublesome lawn, call Jorgensen's Lawn Service, 368-4000. Fertilizer, iron, weed, and insect control. Jorgensen's proudly serves the entire area. Call today for a free estimate, 368-4000. 3:35 to go here in our opening quarter. Irish lead 14-0. Diefenbaugh with wings on each side. 1st and 20. Sends Rupp in motion. We'll give it to him off the left side. Has some room on the edge. Rupp to the sideline. We'll get to midfield. They'll see where they mark him out on the far side. That's a gain of 6 for Gage Rupp on his second carry of the game.
I've been really impressed with the Bulls blocking on the perimeter. I mean, that's not something that's really easy to do, but they've really been able to. It feels like the Irish are kind of in the right position, but they've really been able to wall them off and make it difficult for them to penetrate that. It was the last guy on the outside, Mason, that was able to make that play.
Rupp had 7 carries, 52 yards, and a score against the Irish last year. I remember late in that game, he kind of was the bright spot for the Bulls in that game. 2nd and 14 in Irish territory at the 39, just past the L at midfield. Here's Diefenbaugh, a quarterback keeper up the middle, gets through the defensive line to the secondary 30, to the 25, down to the 20-yard line. Ultimately, Brecken Collins there. Diefenbaugh took a little bit of a shot there at the end of that.
Brody Diefenbaugh, tackled by number 46.
19-yard run. He definitely took a bit of a
Carries
shot right at the end of that.
Yeah, that's the second time where Diefenbaugh has broken the pocket right up the middle, right between Irish defenders. It really looked like the Irish had him corralled, and he was just able to split him and make a really big gain out of it. Just prior to that, I was thinking this is a good opportunity with the holding penalty to be able to kind of break momentum and keep the Bulls from getting too much confidence and rhythm here, but of course Diefenbaugh with the big play there gets it right back.
20-yard run down to the Irish 19-yard line. 3:05 to go here in our opening quarter. Working left to right. Bulls under center with Diefenbaugh. I formation gives it. Beitler off the left side. It's back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half yard. Brought down by Brecken Collins on the play. 2nd down and 9.
Tackled by 46.
Yeah,
Brecken
really
Collins.
good job by Brecken and a good job getting underneath there by
2nd down,
Mo
9.
Bemis.
8th play of the drive upcoming for Highline. Their first one got a first down, but stalled out with a fumble loss. This one's down to the Irish 18 now. Sun's set here behind the clouds and behind the trees here. It's a very picturesque setting football field here with cornfields, about half of what we see beyond. You can see in the backdrop of our video. 2nd down and 9 from the 18-yard line. Diefenbaugh with an I formation. Play action, roll out right. Pressure starting to come. He throws up for the end zone. Got a man, and that is hauled in. That is a touchdown.
Pass complete
Well,
to number
yes,
10,
now it
Traven
is.
Coe.
It
Good for
wasn't
touchdown.
initially, but Traven Coe has got his first touchdown reception of the year for 18 yards out in Highline strikes.
Really good catch there. High hands catch, and just another receiver got behind the Irish defense there, and Diefenbaugh did a good job of getting outside the pocket and buying himself some time to flip it out there for the score.
What an impressive drive for the Highline Bulls. They'll go for 2. That was an 8-play drive that went 65 yards. Diefenbaugh under center on the 2-point conversion. Turns, pitches it. Rupp to the right side. Rupp to the corner. Good open field tackle. No, the Irish can't haul him down. They had Peyton Kramer and Ben Hyrigs there. Neither could haul him in. And Highline with a momentum drive there with the touchdown and the 2-point conversion run, making 14-8 in our first quarter. 2:17 to go in the first. Back after this on Husker Radio.
Looking to buy or sell in Lincoln County? The 1867 Collective is your go-to destination for buying and selling real estate. With local agents Nelson Jett, Joanne Perlinger, and Taylor Salas, you get expert guidance and professional service every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home or looking to sell, trust the agents that know Lincoln County the best. Call the 1867 Collective today at 308-330-1867 or visit us at 601 South Dewey Street. Go Irish!
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Impressive drive by Highline. They put together an 8-play touchdown drive and another boot there. Parker Schutz carries Ben Hyrick to the back of the end zone. That's another part of the game. Highline's done well so far, 2 touchbacks, and that takes away certainly a third part of this program here for St. Pat's. No kickoff returns to this point. 2:17 opening quarter, and that was a must-need drive there for Highline. An 8-play, 65-yard drive and a 2-point conversion. They pulled within 6.
And overcame a holding.
You're sure.
And overcame a holding penalty right in the middle of it, and that was really impressive. And the 2 big plays, I mean, obviously the touchdown pass, but really I thought the 2 big plays were Diefenbaugh breaking, contain, and scrambling for long runs.
Jackson Braithwaite back under center, pro set for the first time. Brecken Collins, one of the backs. They'll give it to Ben Hyrick off the near side. Ben going to fall forward to the 19-yard line. Irish go back to work on the ground. Tackle on the play by number 50, Carter Tilson.
Tackle by number 50,
just
Carter
dive
Tilson.
there for
Number 9, Ethan Oberg.
Got 4, second down and 6 for St. Pat's. As Braithwaite so far has 6-play drive, he ended it with a 27-yard touchdown pass to Peyton Kramer. And then a 2-play, 10-yard drive after the fumble. So this is back to a long field here. Second down and 6 from the 19-yard line. Back to pro set again. Clock under 1:40, quarter 1. They'll give it to the fullback right side. Giebler spins out of somewhat of a tackle. Got back to the line of scrimmage at least. And it's going to be 3rd down and 6. Great play by the Wolves defense.
Yeah.
No gain.
Always interesting how, putting together an offensive drive can really inspire you. Obviously, at our level of football, it's mostly all the same guys. But, the Irish had the better of it there early. But Highline's really come to life with their defensive front now.
So 3rd down and 6 for St. Pat's. 1:10 to go in the opening quarter. I formation for Braithwaite. He's going to give it right side. Ben Hyrick to the outside edge. Ben's got a first down run. Physical finish, but able to run over Grady Schutz for the first down as he takes it across the 25 to the 27-yard line.
We'll come back to that, but at this point, that feels like a really big play. I don't think the Irish were interested in giving the ball back to Highline right away here after the drive they just put together.
8-yard run for Hyrick, 4 carries, 18 yards. Mason Giebler 5 for 30. Giebler right now not out there for St. Pat's. Under center is Jackson Braithwaite, working right to left from the 27-yard line. Turns, gives it. It's Ben Hyrick right up the middle, picks his way up the left side, gets another 6-7 yards, following Peyton Kramer and Tucker Kemp leading him. And a good game for the junior back who gets 6.
Yeah, it's really encouraging these last couple of plays. Now maybe you've offset some of that momentum that the Bulls brought into this defensive series from their good offensive series previously.
Hyrick comes out, Mason Giebler comes on, 2nd and 4 at their own 33. Probably the final play of the opening quarter. 17 seconds to go in it. Wing back right, and Giebler, the deep back. Braithwaite will wait. He will watch for the hand to come up. I think he'll run this play, though, with 5 seconds to go. He might not. And now gets him set, turns and pitches it right side. Mason Giebler. Mason can't slip. 2 tackles. Flag comes in too. Missed block, and ultimately in there was
tackle by number 9, Ethan Oberg. 15, Parker Schutz.
And Parker Schutz. Right now it's a loss of 3 back to the 30. But a flag, really probably in the vicinity of a hole, but that's going to end the first quarter of play anyways. We'll work that out at the quarter break. We go to the second quarter. St. Pat's 14, Highline 8 on Husker Radio.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the DinoPay app. DinoPay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair DinoPay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Putting your family first.
Are you looking for the right dentist for you and your family? Phelps Family Dentistry has you covered. Dr. Lene Phelps and Dr. Kelly Hansen will make sure your family has the healthiest smile. Whether it's dental cleanings, fillings, same-day crowns, or total smile makeovers. Call our office at 534-4040 or visit us at phelpsdds.com to schedule your family's next dental appointment. And go Irish!
Putting your family first.
Out of the quarter break, there was no penalty. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 as they correct the chains here from the 30-yard line. St. Pat's with another big 3rd down situation here early on. Start of the second quarter, leading 14-8, but Highline all the momentum right now. Under center is Jackson Braithwaite. Collins in the backfield and gives it to the deep back. Right side, it's Giebler. He'll fall forward to the 31. Another good stop by 44, Jackson Hood. It's going to be 1 yard shy. Got 6, so 4th down and 1 at the Bulls 30 or at their own 37.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Coach Dodson doesn't go for it here. They might go hard count and then timeout and then go, but I can't imagine them not going for it here.
From the 36-yard line, you got the team right down below us, so you can hear them cheering on their group here. And it's Collins in there for Pieper right now. Mason Giebler, 4th and 1 from the 36. Braithwaite turns, gives it. Giebler right side, 1st down run across midfield. He's going to be upended there by Schutz, but it's a 1st down run for Giebler of about 5 yards on 4th and 1.
Really well blocked. Maybe a little bit wider than what we would expect on a 4th and 1. He was kind of just inside the hip of the tight end there. And well blocked and got the 1st down relatively easily there.
6 first down. Irish had 23 last week at Alma. 11:29 to go here in our second quarter. Irish leading 14-8 right at midfield. Just inside Highline territory at the 39-yard line as Braithwaite gets him set for the 8th play of this drive. Braithwaite turns, quarterback pass, looking to throw. He's looking for Kramer. He's going to air it up, got some pressure, but Kramer gets a nice ball and hauls it in the 5-yard line. Boy, Braithwaite threw a dime again, and he continues his perfect season through the air.
You really dropped that thing in there. Great concentration on Peyton's part because there was a defender there, and that's a difficult thing when the defender's hands are kind of up, and it looked like the Bulls defender might get a finger on it, but I think it cleared him and allowed Peyton to be able to secure it.
A 34-yard completion down to the 5-yard line, 1st down and goal. 11 minutes to go here in our opening quarter, or opening half of play, I should say. Braithwaite under center, gives it. Brecken Collins with it from the fullback spot. They push the pile. Little tush push here, pushes him in. No, they're going to mark him short. He's got it point down to the ground.
Barely short. Both guys from both sides came in and marked it at what looks like to be about the foot line.
A 4-yard gain for Collins on his first carry. Pieper's on the sideline. I have not seen him out there for a couple of plays. He's kind of limping off that right side that has a brace on it. 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Braithwaite under center. 10:24 to go in the opening quarter. Braithwaite keeper up the middle and got a good push. Marked him in, touchdown. Well, the near line judge did, and now they do. Touchdown for Jackson Braithwaite. It took everybody else half a second longer, but Braithwaite gets his first rushing touchdown on a 10-play drive and adds 6 here for St. Pat's right up the middle.
I think there's a little confusion there. I didn't actually see any. You did, but I didn't see anybody at the goal line signal it. I just saw the white hat signal it, but the
near line
side
judge did first.
Got it.
And now the Irish will go for 2 at 20-8. They haven't done this a whole lot this year. Braithwaite under center. Watch for a pass to Kramer or Kemp. They will fumble the snap. Quarterback rolling right. Braithwaite going down. Got thrown down. Nobody picked up Tucker Viter, the junior, and he brings him down. So the 2-point conversion really had no chance. And with 10:14 to go in the second quarter, score remains 20-8. St. Pat's with the lead on Husker Radio.
Pathology Services now offers Save a Fortune cookies to all patients who see healthcare providers with offices in North Platte. All patients have the federally guaranteed right to choose which lab performs their blood draws and lab tests. Simply tell your local provider you want your lab tests performed at Pathology Services and save a fortune on lab tests.
Pathology Services inside the North Platte Health Pavilion or at the Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte.
Why choose a Catholic education? A Catholic faith-based education provides students with more than just academics. It offers vision, purpose, and moral direction. I'm Gwen Covey, Enrollment Director at North Platte Catholic Schools, where our mission is to partner with parents in nurturing students both spiritually and intellectually. We offer a high-quality academic curriculum grounded in faith, designed to challenge and support each student reaching their full potential. Now is a perfect time to explore what it means to be part of our Catholic community. North Platte Catholic Schools, faith, family, future.
Irish put together another 10-play drive. This one 65 yards out. Jackson Braithwaite finishes it off. A rolling kick picked up by Diefenbaugh from the 5 across the 10 to the 15. This will be the longest kickoff return of the year against St. Pat's. He takes it across the 20. Pretty good return there. And takes it out, well, called 22, 23, maybe 24-yard line for Diefenbaugh. Highline going back to work after an 8-play touchdown drive. A lot of touchdowns. The only one that didn't end in a score was that fumble loss. 10:07 to go in our second quarter.
Yeah, that's right. Three in that whole thing. 3 of them pretty long drives, long in yardage and long in time drives.
So the Bulls' third drive begins at their own 24-yard line, right to left now, as you see it and hear it. And Diefenbaugh will operate in the gun. Twins to the near side. He's been a threat to run, certainly. Receives it. Back to throw. Has time. Steps, throws. Over the middle. Jump ball. It's going to be incomplete. Giebler had the best play on it, and then it almost looked like off the deflection. Xavier Pieper had a chance.
Completely agree. I think that's just how it went. Mason did a good job. He was right inside the Bulls receiver there and got both hands on it, couldn't secure it, and then kind of like the flea kicker there, Xavier dove in there and just about got it before it hit the ground.
Well, both of those guys got a lot of experience in picking off the quarterbacks. Giebler 8 in his career, Mason with 4. Well, that falls incomplete. First incompletion for either quarterback here today. Diefenbaugh 2 for 3 with a touchdown pass. He's back in the gun. Double wing set here on 2nd and 10 from his 24. Sends Beitler in motion. Fakes a handoff to him. He'll step, throw, get hit as he throws. Underthrown again. This time, incomplete again. And that time, receiver became the defender. Traven Coe knocked it away from Mason Giebler.
Traven Coe made a huge play. That was an interception. I mean, that ball had come to a stop in Giebler's hands, and Coe was able to jar it loose. Great play by him there.
So now 3rd down and 10 upcoming. Jackson Braithwaite running on here. Maybe a little bit a 3-down line set here with Kane, Weston Hammond, and Peyton Kramer. Braithwaite coming in at safety.
Good pressure on Diefenbaugh that last time. I don't know if the second one was maybe Weston Hammond, but for sure Hans Kane was in there pressing his guy into the quarterback again.
I was going to say Peyton Kramer, so I guess they all did. 3rd down and 10 from the 24. Snap back, Diefenbaugh this time. Pressure flushed out right. They're going to run to the sideline. Diefenbaugh to the 30. Will run over Ben Irigs and get 9. He's just a half-yard shy. Big-time run by Diefenbaugh. Sets up a likely go-for situation for the Bulls offense.
He's had the one big pass play, obviously, completion for the touchdown, but mostly he's really hurt the Irish with his scramble.
Back to a 4-man front here on 4th down and a half yard. 9:20 to go in our second quarter. St. Pat's 20-8 over Highline, but a big 4th down at the 33-yard line here. Diefenbaugh back to I formation, keeper himself. Diefenbaugh falls forward. He'll just dive to the 35 and pick up the first. Heady play by the quarterback, the senior, to just see a hole and dive for it. Got first down.
Yeah, kind of got under the defense. He did a good job of just shoot. He knew he didn't have far to go and found a little gap there. Was just able to dive forward for the first down.
A little submarine there from Diefenbaugh. 1st and 10 Bulls. There's 6 first down to the ball game here, out to their own 35-yard line. Multiple offensive sets back to the double wing with a shotgun set here for Diefenbaugh. Sends Rupp in motion, gives it to him on the near side. The sophomore back's got a little bit of room, cuts back inside across midfield, and he'll fall forward. That's a solid gain, 7-8 yards for Gage Rupp. This Highline Bull offense is doing what they want to do right now.
Yeah, they've really gotten a little rhythm the last couple of possessions. I thought Peyton Kramer did a good job of setting the edge and turning it back inside, but the second level guys are just a little too slow getting there to make the tackle.
2nd down and 8 in Irish territory. territory at the 37-yard line. 8:20 to go, second quarter. St. Pat's 20, Highline 8. Bulls try to work it deeper into Irish territory here in a good opportunity with 2nd and 2. Diefenbaugh in the gun, sends Beitler in motion, will give it to him on a jet sweep to the outside edge. Back Beitler, first down run. Not much more. Ben Heinrich's on the stop, but he'll move the chains inside the 35.
Felt like pre-snap, like the Bulls really had the Irish a little bit outflanked, but the Irish pursued pretty well and limited the gain. But it just looked like when he first got it, I thought that looked like trouble, like he could get the edge and really have it walled off.
Beitler, 6 carries, 19 yards. Diefenbaugh, 6 for 31. He's also thrown for 25 yards and a touchdown. Remember, this game, again, last year was 20-6, I believe, at halftime, so very competitive. He got opened up in the second half, but very competitive first half. Down to the 33-yard line of St. Pat's territory. Bulls moving with an I formation on the right hash. He'll turn, give it, Beitler near side. Beitler, this time Peyton Kramer, he spins out of that tackle. Xavier Pieper holds on, but still, Irish missing tackles right now, and he gets maybe 3 yards out of that.
By 21.
There have been a number of times when the Irish tackling hasn't been as secure as it needs to be. Notably on the 2-point conversion, there's a couple opportunities to get the ball carrier on the ground, and that changes the complexion score-wise a little bit. And then there, you go from a negative play to a reasonable gain there and keeps them kind of on schedule.
Beitler, 70 yards on 31 carries coming in. He's ran hard today. 2nd down and 7. They moved it down to the Irish 30-yard line. Diefenbaugh in the gun. Receives it. This time a screen play. Irish coming free. No, they throw it out to Beitler on the near sideline. Completes it. I don't think that was a screen, but Hans Kane got in there so quickly I thought it might be. But he's able to pick up 5 more. 3rd down and 2.
3rd down.
Yeah, I'm not for sure that was a little bit unusual because the pass went downfield, so it wasn't a screen. The players weren't out in front of him, but maybe just felt like gave more clearance to get that traffic to come toward him.
Big fellas come out. In comes Emilio Demas and Lane Sitta for St. Pat's as Kane and Weston Hammond get a break on 3rd down and 2. Ball at the 25-yard line. Clock 6:42. This is a clock-eating drive here, going on 4+ minutes. Under center, Diefenbaugh with Rupp behind him. He'll turn, give it to him. Rupp off the near side, cuts back in, and he'll have a first down run. That cut back, right line of scrimmage, picked up an extra 2 yards, and that moves the chains.
Yeah, they've been able to make the plays they've had to, on this drive, unlike their previous drive, they've really been able to stay on schedule.
And we're going to get a timeout taken here by St. Pat's, I believe. Yes, 6:35 to go in the second quarter.
Timeout.
Irish lead 20-8, but the Bulls moving it close to the 20-yard line in St. Pat's territory.
Okay, so you have your back-to-school checklist. Things like new clothes, new shoes, new book bag, dental checkup. What? You don't have dental checkup? You should. States Dental can give you healthy and bright smiles as you go back to school. States Dental provides comprehensive preventative care as well as some same-day treatment services. Keep smiling this school year and visit States Dental of North Platte. Our family caring for yours. Find them on Facebook and at statesdental.com.
Western Nebraska Bank on us.
This is Marcy Hunter, Market President of Western Nebraska Bank. As a family-owned bank, we understand that you need to be present for the moments that matter. Our banking solutions are secure, quick, and easy to use so that you can focus on what truly matters. Western Nebraska Bank in North Platte, Curtis, Paxton, and Thedford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Western Nebraska Bank on us.
Are you in need of farm or ranch management or considering a sale of your ag real estate? Turn to the professionals at HD Management. Contact Kurt Pieper, Hank Nicely, or Justin Pieper with HD Management in North Platte. That's HD Management, your professionals in ag real estate. Out of the Irish timeout. Beitler in motion, 1st and 10 at the Irish 22-yard line. Rolling right is Diefenbaugh. This time with pressure, he will go down to the backfield. Peyton Kramer gets a sack. 55 finally comes up with his 4th tackle for loss, first sack of the year for Double Nichols. And that's a huge negative play for this Irish defense as they mark it back at the 27-yard line.
And Peyton's gotten himself in position a number of times, really did a good job there of securing Diefenbaugh. Part of it is, I think, he's a good athlete. If you aren't kind of disciplined and break down, he's going to break contain.
Kramer First sack of the year, back him up 5 yards, 2nd and 15, back at the 27-yard line. So Diefenbaugh back in the gun now with Twins to the far side on the short side of the field. 5:53 second quarter. Diefenbaugh with time this time. Steps up and takes off and run. And Emilio Demas tracks him down for another sack. That'll be a loss of 1. Or Cooper Swanson maybe.
Yeah,
Cooper Swanson able to come up with his sack. His first sack of the year. Loses 1 more, 3rd and 16.
I wasn't looking down the field, Tanner, but I'm going to assume whatever Diefenbaugh wanted to do wasn't open right away because the rush there maybe didn't get to Diefenbaugh quite as quickly as it has. Difference is they were able to secure a tackle, which they haven't on a number of occasions.
I've been able to say Cooper sack lunch Swanson since his freshman year, I think. Got it there. 3rd down and 16 at the 28-yard line. 5:10 to go in our second quarter. Diefenbaugh receives it. Jet sweep handoff. Beitler near side has room. Beitler gets downfield. There is a flag, though.
Ball carried by number 5.
Downfield. They took it inside the 20 to the 19. It's still well shy of a first down, but it certainly would be a more manageable 4th down. But we'll see the penalty first. It is a holding penalty on the Bulls, and they've actually marked the penalty
holding on the Bulls
at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, so it's going to be a pretty big one, and it was right at the point where Beitler cut back inside, and I didn't see it. I saw there were guys engaged, but I didn't see it being held.
So it's ultimately the 3rd penalty on the Bulls, backs them up to the 35. So about 3rd down and 23. First down stick is at the 12-yard line here with 5:02 to go in the second quarter. What a big penalty that would have been. About a 4th down and 7.
Highline's had good success with that jet action, and the Irish have just had a bit of a difficult time getting wide enough to turn it back inside.
3rd and long. The 12th play of the drive. Under center is Diefenbaugh. Rupp in motion in the fullback spot. Then run an option play. He'll pitch it. Ball's on the ground. It's going to be ultimately scooped up by the deep back, Trevin Coe. Fortunate that it stayed right next to his hip. It's going to be all the way back to the 40. And boy, this drive all of a sudden has gone way backwards. The first down sticks at the 12. Likely going to be a punt here.
I believe it was Peyton Kramer on the hit of Diefenbaugh. Is that correct, Tanner? I'm quite sure that's who it was.
There was definitely 3 negative plays in that sequence right there for St. Pat's, and a punt now from Parker Schutz. 13 punts, 38-yard average. And back deep, Mason Giebler and Brecken Collins. They stand at their own 5-yard line here. They've not gotten a kick return, maybe a punt return. Opportunity for Giebler as he hauls it in. Giebler fakes a handoff, has the wall on the near side, across the 15 to the 20, down the sideline. There he goes, Mason Giebler. He'll house it. Touchdown Irish. Touchdown Irish. Mason Giebler on the first punt return of the year.
Really
Really
well executed there by the Irish.
Touchdown.
You could see as soon as he got to the hash that they had it set up. They really blocked that thing well. They had guys where they needed to have guys, and just great execution on the punt return there.
And the 3rd part of the game makes a difference here for the first time this year on punt return. They've had some nice punt returns, but nothing all the way. This time for Giebler, that is his 5th kick or punt return of his career, his 2nd punt return, and that pushes it to 26-8 with 3:48 to go in our second quarter.
At least 3 really solid blocks here on the near side, and then you combine that with Giebler's speed, and then you really got something.
2-point conversion attempt. There's a flag down. I think illegal substitution on the other.
Yeah, sure. Yep. They had 9 guys out there.
Well, that's going to change things. They're not going to go with that now.
Now they're going to kick. Yep.
Sutton Tickle back on. Of course, he's not available here today. Big 2-way starter, but available in the special teams for kicking duties only with a shoulder injury. Obviously a looming matchup with Dundee County Stratton next week, so you hope he can get healed up.
I don't know if maybe there's some confusion about which unit was supposed to be out there, the offense or the PAT.
Tickle will attempt a longer PAT, snap down. And this one, he's got the distance, certainly, and he puts it up and through. 20 of 20 on the year, his 107th of his career. Adds to his 8-man record. 27-8, St. Pat's, 3:48 to go in our second quarter. Back after this on Husker Radio.
If it's party time, plan your next occasion at Occasions. Right next to the lake, Occasions can host your next gathering, meeting, party, or simply a get-together. With a full kitchen and outdoor patio, plus tables and chairs. Call Mike to book at 227-2602. Occasions of North Platte.
Hi, Hi, this is Jordan Mawson with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. Thinking of selling your farm or ranch now or down the road? Let's get ahead of the game with a professional evaluation and high-quality photos. Right now is the perfect time to showcase your land. Lush grass, clear skies, and everything looking its best. Don't wait for the dead of winter. Schedule your shoot today and be ready when the time to sell is right. Call me, Jordan Mawson, or check me out at lashleyland.com.
CT Computer Services in North Platte is your one-stop computer shop, offering PC and Mac repair, in-shop, on-site, and remote services available for your home or business. And they also offer PC sales and service of major brands like Dell, new and refurbished units in stock, and even custom-built PCs. Prices for every budget starting at less than $300. CT Computer Services at Phillips and Willow in North Platte. Call 534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys.
Call that a bonus tickle timeout. He gets us an extra 30 seconds of ads on a touchback. Out to the 15 comes Highline as he boots that one through. 3:48 to go in our second quarter. St. Pat's with about a 77 roughly yard punt return by Mason Giebler. 27-8 now, and very critical drive for Highline. This is kind of similar to last week for Alma, although they didn't have any points at this point. No, they did. They had a touchdown drive, with about this much time. So this is pretty similar. Irish were able to wall up on that drive. Last Friday.
With all that ad time with Sutton kicking it through, you're going to get him an NIL deal.
I don't know if that's legal, but we've got a flag. We're going to delay a game on Highline starting this drive.
Delay a game on the
ironically,
Bulls.
this is the fourth drive for the Bulls. Two have started with a penalty.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
unusual.
One has started with a timeout, I should say.
Right, but it was begging a penalty if you don't take the timeout. There was some alignment issues there on that possession.
4 penalties, 29 yards for the Bulls. They'll back up to their 10-yard line. But they've been able to go back-to-back drives that went distance. 8 plays and a touchdown, 12 plays and a punt. This time they'll pitch it right side. And Beitler trying to pick his way. Not much, and he won't get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a couple. Hans Kane in there, Tucker Kemp in there, and Brecken Collins. And that'll lose 2 for Beitler.
You know, you described Hans being in there, and he wasn't necessarily in on the tackle, but
blew it up.
But was it Beitler that's carrying it? He had a notion to come back the other way because the play side was plugged up, but there was nowhere to go coming back this way. Hans had driven a guy into the backfield.
Notice Peyton Kramer on the sideline. I thought he might have been a little banged up on one play on the last defensive series, so he's on the sidelines right now. We'll keep an eye on that. Second down and 17, back at their own 8-yard line here. Bulls under center with an I formation. They'll give it right side. Gage Rupp. Rupp picking his way on the right side across the 10. They'll take it out to the 12, maybe 13.
Ball carried by 32, Gage Rupp.
And I think the Irish could take their second timeout with 2:55 to go in our second quarter. They will, because it's going to be third down and 14. They're going to try to get the ball back. So we'll take another quick timeout, brought to you by Shelter Insurance, here to protect what matters most to you and your family. Back after this.
Lincoln County Feed Yard reminds you, when it's time to eat Nebraska beef. Real food for real people. It's pro-America and pro-Nebraska. The Lincoln County Feed Yard is a proud supporter of the North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics. Eat beef tonight and go Irish.
When it comes time to honor the life of your loved one, it's all about the relationship. Adams and Swanson Funeral Home will help you celebrate that bond with assisting you and your family with all services, ceremonies, grief support, and pre-planning. Learn more by visiting adamswanson.com or by calling 532-2044.
Coming up at halftime, we'll have an edition of Irish Intermission. Get a chat with an Irish athlete student, and 2:55 to go in the second quarter here. We'll get you halftime numbers as well. St. Pat's right now leading 27-8, and a big third down at 14 coming up. Irish use their second timeout to stop the clock. Hey, Viera Wireless in North Platte is your home for cell phone and internet needs, providing consistent, clear connections across Nebraska and also in rural areas. They're also the provider for our connections today to make our broadcast possible. Check them out in North Platte, 1302 South Cottonwood in North Platte. Interesting decision here by the Bulls. Irish have one timeout remaining. You certainly probably would prefer the Irish to take that, although they might not. There's still 2:55 to go. Shotgun set for Diefenbaugh, 3rd and 14. Back at his own 11-yard line. High snap, catches it. Flag stops the play before it really gets going, and it'll be a false start. And Highline going to back up even more. And this drive, much like the last 3-4 plays of the last drive, have gone completely backwards. And they put themselves on a third down and long. So mark this to the 6-yard line.
I'm gonna say it was a very effective, timely timeout taken by the Irish when they were on skates a little bit, and Coach A, I think, talked them up about tackling and what they needed to be able to do. I think they're in the right position, and since then they've been really good.
I'm guessing this was a highline timeout. Irish wouldn't have taken one there because the clock wasn't running, and so we'll take another quick one. We got a 3rd and long coming up, 2:55 to go in the second quarter.
Put me in, Coach. I'm ready.
Hold on there, race car. You're not quite ready to get in the game, but Dave's Place is. Our new location is in mid-season form, ready for your next game day watch party.
Pizza made from fresh dough and wings. Boy, do we have wings.
Pre-gaming for that big matchup, maybe celebrating the big win after, or even trying to forget that ugly loss.
Lose? You can't lose at Dave's Place. You're always winning at Dave's Place. Family atmosphere inside and carry out and DoorDash too.
502 East Francis Street in North Platte. Whoop, whoop.
All right, big down, 3rd down and 19 here for the Bulls offense. They're backed up to their own 7-yard line, I believe, with 2:55 to go in the second quarter. Diefenbaugh under center. He'll run a quarterback keeper right up the middle, get what he can. Emilio Demas meets him there at the 10. Let's get it 3. It'll be 4th down and long. Irish, I doubt going to use this timeout. I bet they'll let this trickle down and save their final timeout.
Well, I think there, if you're highline, you're just saying, let's secure the ball, make sure nothing bad happens, give it to a good athlete. Maybe break something, but at worst, you give yourself a little bit more room to punt the ball.
Irish have had some times where they've gotten awfully close to blocking punts. Jackson Braithwaite's been close. He's not going here. This one gets away. Ooh, a nice punt, end over end. Brecken Collins on the catch from the 31. Handoff is fumbled by Giebler. He'll pick it up and go down. Boy, Irish tried the handoff this time, and it wasn't clean. That's not really been where the fumbles on punt return have been a problem on the handoff. It was a great catch, then the handoff wasn't clean.
Well, and I think, I don't know, it looked like he maybe got it. I don't know what happened. But if you notice there, Tanner, I'm sure Coach Braithwaite's figuring they're going to just run to where the wall is defensively. That was a counter. They were coming this way, and the wall was setting up on the far side. I think he thought, let's just see what Mason can do with his speed. Essentially a naked boot in special teams.
So from the 32, Irish have 2:13 to work with and a timeout. Jackson Braithwaite under center. 1st down and 10. They'll give it. Ben Hyrigs, he gets hit right away. He'll fall forward for a half-yard maybe, but a nice stop on the play with the Bulls. Doesn't get much. And it'll be 2nd down and a long 9. Hyrigs' 5th carry, 25 yards. Irish on the ground, they're not even at 100 in this game, rushing the ball. They have 61 pass yards. They have more rushing yards to this point, but not very many times at halftime has it been close. 2nd down and a long 10. Minute 47 to go in the second quarter. Clock running out to the 32. Wing right here. Single back behind is Ben Hyrigs. Braithwaite on 2nd down. Hard count. Got the nose guard to jump across. Free 5 yards.
To give the stats some framework there, you have a 10-yard drive. And then you have a return for a touchdown.
Sure.
So, I mean, the 2 long drives each included 1 long pass, and so that balanced things pretty well.
So the free 5 moves it out to the 37-yard line. Minute 34. Now clock stopped here on the penalty. 2nd down and 5 coming up. Hyrigs is the deep back again. Braithwaite 2 for 2, 61 yards and a touchdown. This time he'll run the scissor play to Ben. Brecken Collins on the left side. Brecken in space, got a 1st down run. Does he get out of bounds? He does. Well, at least he got a 1st down to the 34-yard line. Moves the chains.
Carries good for a 1st down.
Nice run of 10 yards.
Certainly have a temporary stoppage. The nice thing about that play is if you just don't allow any penetration, he kind of gets lost in behind there. That didn't look like there was much there, but he was kind of in behind a lot of traffic, and I don't think the defenders saw him, and he was able to pop it out on the other side.
And he did not get out of bounds. Clock running. Minute 20 to go at the 34-yard line. Pro set behind Braithwaite in Bulls territory here. Counter pass. Rolling right is Jackson. Sets his feet. Has time. He airs it up. He's got Cooper Swanson open. Cooper can't haul it in. Just maybe held up just a moment, did Cooper. If he keeps running free, that was laid into the corner there, right by the pylon. Falls incomplete. 2nd down. That's Braithwaite's first incompletion of the year.
Really good poise on Jackson's part. There was a guy right in his face. He just sidestepped. I mean, that's what you want a guy to do, is just make minor adjustments back there. You know, if you pull down and try to take off running all the time, you're never able to find somebody late, and he did a good job.
Clock at minute 9 now, second quarter, at the 35-yard line in Bulls territory. Back to the I formation. Second down and 10. Irish have 69 seconds and a timeout to work with here. Then Braithwaite fumbles a snap, but he gets it to Ben Hyrick to the outside. He'll go down. Great open space tackle by number 15, Parker Schutz. That's a loss of 5.
Tackle by 15, Parker Schutz.
That was
Third
Ben
down.
trying to, just a great tackle by 15 there.
15.
I think that's a non-factor if you get the snap cleanly and get it out there to him. I mean, it was a great tackle. It looked like Ben maybe was going to be able to elude him, but Schutz with the good, sure tackle. Timing was really botched there with the mishandle.
40 seconds to go. Clock running. 3rd and 15. Back at midfield now. Grady Schutz playing safety. Back to throw. Braithwaite flips it out on a screen pass. Ben Hyrick's got it. 35 to the 30 near sideline. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. 40-yard touchdown pass to Ben Hyrick. He makes magic in the closing seconds of this opening half with 24 seconds to go.
I don't know how much we've seen that kind of a really short, unique screenplay there out to the side. Boy, Weston Hammond just had a defender walled off. It was really the only guy that had a chance to stop it short. There might have been somebody down the field that had a chance, but Weston really had a nice block that sealed his man off and allowed Ben to break back toward the middle of the field.
Braithwaite's second passing touchdown of the year. It is the first reception of the season for Ben Hyrick. I should say second of the game for Jackson Braithwaite. And it's the first catch of the year for Ben Hyrick, and he houses it for 40 yards. Extra point is up and through by Sutton Tickle. And how about Air Dodson? 3 for 4, 101 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Irish. They might have more passing yards now at the halftime break. We've got 24 seconds in the first half. Back after this.
Are you tired of gathering that same old bull off the neighbors? Or maybe you can't even enjoy some privacy in your own backyard? You need to call Lazy TS Custom Fencing of North Platte. We offer barbed wire fencing, continuous fencing, privacy fence, chain link fence, tank setting, snow removal, and any skid loader service required. Lazy TS Custom Fencing, 308-539-9579, and go Irish.
Back here on Husker Radio, KODY, HuskerRadio.com. 24 seconds to go in the first half. St. Pat's leading 34-8. A 40-yard touchdown pass and a little 2-minute drill there. Works a 5-play, 48-yard drive, most of which on one play.
Well, and then you didn't know where Coach Dodson was going to go with it, because you were kind of getting to a point where if one more missed opportunity, you're going to have to punt it away, which you don't really want to have to do.
Tickle will kick off. He's had 2 touchbacks, 2 fielded. This is a shorter end-over-end kick, and caught 1 yard into the end zone by Beitler. No return with 24 seconds to go.
And the nice thing about the screenplay that Coach Dodson called there, obviously everything's roses when you take it the distance, but that's a play where it's a pretty high percentage of completion. So you're gonna be able to keep the clock running if you so choose, and then it offers you the opportunity for a big play without a lot of downside there.
Which Highline had no timeouts remaining too, so you would have been able to milk off a lot of that clock if you didn't get much out of first down or had to punt. 1st and 10 with 24 seconds. Diefenbaugh, keeper on the right side's got a lot of room. Diefenbaugh sideline, got a first down run. He stayed in bounds, so I believe, well, we'll see.
Number 2, Brody Diefenbaugh.
Marked him for a first down with 18 seconds to go.
Yeah, Irish lost contain there. And Diefenbaugh's a good enough athlete. If you do it, he's going to take advantage of you there.
He is also the one that is down on the sideline. Diefenbaugh over by his sideline getting looked at. So we'll have an injury timeout. It was a 12-yard run to the 27. There is 18 seconds to go in this first half. And I think we'll stay here because they got him up, and he didn't have to walk too far off on the sideline. He's been elusive, 10 carries, 40 yards. He's thrown for 30 and a touchdown here today.
He's built, Tanner, and as I look at it, he's built more like a power guy, but he's really shown some good elusiveness on these long runs and scrambles.
There's no height and weights on their roster, but that's the second straight quarterback that is, it's awfully tall that runs well that the Irish have seen.
Yeah, he just kind of deceptive. It just feels like he just eats up yards once he starts forward.
And clock starts to run here, so new quarterback out there for Highline. They don't have to run a play, but they might not. I believe it's number 12, Kyson Dean, the freshman, and I don't think they'll run a play here in the first half. That'll get us to half here at Highline. St. Pat's with the lead over the Highline Bulls, 34-8. A huge punt return late there, and then a big touchdown pass to Ben Hyrings pushes the lead late there in the final 4 minutes of play, and the lead 34-8 here for North Platte St. Pat's. We'll have halftime coming up next after this on Husker Radio.
Looking for a real sports bar, not a restaurant with a TV in the corner? That's what you'll find at McCabe's. With 14 beers on tap, a full liquor selection, keno, and plenty of room to play, this isn't where you sit quietly and sip. This is where the game's always on, the pool tables are open, and the energy's just right. Grab something off the menu, pour a drink, and kick back in your new favorite corner of downtown. McCabe's Pub and Lounge, corner of 4th and Dewey, downtown North Platte.
As your American Family Insurance agent in North Platte, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Justin Thompson at the Justin Thompson Agency. Call me at 534-2400 or stop in at 501 South Dewey Street, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
A proven track record of success. That's what you expect from an attorney, and it's what you get at Lindemeyer Law of North Platte. The attorneys at Lindemeyer Law have handled it all with personalized and aggressive representation both in and out of the courtroom. Simply put, Lindemeyer Law knows the law for all your legal needs. Located at 422 North Dewey in North Platte, downtown on the Bricks. Call 308-534-6740. That's 534-6740, or visit flatrocklaw.com.
Looking for used items at a big discount, all while supporting the North Platte Catholic Schools? Shop the Bargain Bin, a thrift store located at 421 East 3rd Street in North Platte. Open Wednesday to Saturday, 10 to 3. The Bargain Bin sells everything from household items, quality home decor, crafts, clothing of all sizes including children's, bedding, holiday decorations, antiques, and furniture. Plus, donations accepted with drop-off Monday and Tuesday, 8:30 to noon, and Wednesday to Saturday, 8:30 to 3 p.m. After hours, call 221-2665. Proceeds benefit North Platte Catholic Schools. Shop the Bargain Bin today.
Welcome back here at halftime in Eustis as North Platte St. Pat's and the Highline Bulls battling here on a football Friday night, and here at the break, St. Pat's with a 34-8 lead over the Highline Bulls. Our halftime interview, a little different here today because it's live. We are chatting with our video producer, Thomas Hyrings, also the birthday boy. Good evening, Thomas. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Happy birthday, first off.
Thank you.
How old are we today?
14.
14 years old. You are a 7th grader at St. Pat's, right?
Yep.
All right. Very good. How's 7th grade going?
Going good. Liking it.
Is it you know, this is the big jump up.
Yeah.
You're into the other building now. Get to join your older brother. You probably see him every now and then.
Yep.
Yeah. Does he give you a hi in the hallway, or does he ignore you?
He ignores me.
Really? Maybe he'd say, I thought for sure that Hyrings hospitality would transfer, but maybe in the first month, he's got to play it cool, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's harder, easier than you thought it would be, 7th grade?
I think it's a little easier. It's a lot, but I'm liking it. It's fun.
Very good. What all are you involved in?
We're doing football, competition band, and I'll do basketball and track, and might try out wrestling.
Okay? I was going to say that's a fun little thing in junior high that you're able to do.
Yeah.
You're able to do both. Now, is basketball or wrestling first?
I don't know.
I can't recall either. I should know that, but I can't remember which one's first. But have you done wrestling before in your career?
Never.
Oh,
a lot of wrestling with all my siblings, but
sure, yeah, you got a lot of brothers, so
yeah.
All right. Thomas Hyrings with us here. He's our birthday videographer here today. And by the way, I'm not going to be the slave driver here. I did ask Mom and asked him. I said, you don't have to do it today on your birthday. We can find another video producer. And I think you wanted to.
Yeah, I love it here. It's great.
And you might have heard on Ben's touchdown reception there right before half. If you really listen, he's not very far away from our microphone here, and you might have heard him going, go, go, go in the background. A little brotherly push there from the press box here. Thomas Hyrings, again, a birthday boy here joining us at halftime on Irish Intermission here. So you're in 7th grade and very involved in sports. You're going to be staying busy then, I presume. You're doing football right now.
Yep.
You're actually coming back here on Wednesday, is that right?
Yep, Wednesday we play Highline.
All right, and how's Mr. O'Malley as the head coach?
He's good. I like him. He's
Yeah?
a great coach.
How many games you guys gotten in?
We were supposed to have 3, but Arapahoe canceled, so we have 2.
So you only have 2 total. Have you played any yet?
We lost to Perkins County, and then we beat Sutherland.
Okay, so this is the final one then? Is that what you're saying?
We have Highline, and then we have Elm Creek late into October.
Okay, all right. So you got a couple more. It's a pretty slight schedule there, unfortunately, but you'll come back here and play again. All right, so siblings, I always do this. Do you know what I'm doing here?
No.
Okay, so whenever I've had the luxury of interviewing Joe and your older sister Tanya, and I think all of them have done it at some point, which I gave you 2 freebies there. Give me the order of all the kids by name, and if you can, they're great.
All right. So, Joe.
You are more confident than any of your other siblings ever were when I've done this, by the way.
Yeah, I got this. Joe is in graduate school. Tanya is a junior in college. James is a sophomore in college. Ben is a junior in high school.
Okay.
I'm a 7th grader. Caleb is a 5th grader. Betsy is a 3rd grader. Daniel is a 2nd grader. And Hannah will be going to preschool in like a year and a half, I think.
Okay, she's still on the outside looking in a preschool, but she'll get there.
Yep.
Very good. Well done, my man. You didn't miss anybody, did you?
No, I don't think so.
Mom will let you know.
Hope
What do
not.
you want to do when you graduate? I know that's a ways off, but.
I'm thinking about going to UNL and then maybe med school if that's still kind of following in Joe and Dad's, and maybe even PA school like Mom.
Oh, very good.
So,
awesome. Got it all figured out already. I love
Yeah.
it. All right, Thomas Hyriggs, Irish Intermission. Well, thanks for all you do for us, and thanks. Happy birthday. I hope you get a good day tomorrow, all right?
Yep.
All right, very good. Thomas Hyriggs again. Here, halftime intermission. We'll take a timeout, get you halftime numbers of this one. Our score here at Highline, 34-8. St. Pat's with the lead on Husker Radio.
Ollie, you need to clean up your fishing and hunting gear. It's everywhere.
I'm out of room. I don't have anywhere to put it.
Get some storage at Another Storage. They have sizes for everything.
I already have some there.
Well, get another. Another Storage, 532-1332.
Like our St. Pat's Irish sports teams, life can come at you hard and fast. When it does, and you need a lawyer, give me, Marty Trashinsky, a call. I'm happy to have an initial visit with you at no charge. I've been handling criminal cases, civil disputes, and general legal matters here in North Platte for over 30 years. Let's work together to find a common-sense solution to your legal matter. Visit my website at troshlaw.com or give me a call at 534-4837. And go Irish!
Looking to buy or sell in Lincoln County? The 1867 Collective is your go-to destination for buying and selling real estate. With local agents Nelson Jett, Joanne Perlinger, and Taylor Salas, you get expert guidance and professional service every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home or looking to sell, trust the agents that know Lincoln County the best. Call the 1867 Collective today at 308-330-1867 or visit us at 601 South Dewey Street. Go Irish!
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Back here on Husker Radio's KODY 1240 AM 106.1 FM. St. Pat's with the 34-8 lead at the break. Our halftime stats brought to you by Conan Signs, North Platte's only locally owned full-service sign company. Conan Signs, creating custom monument signs, pylon signs, commercial awnings, and they'll service your existing sign quality and knowledge since 1991. Visit them on the corner of 8th and Vine or at ConanSigns.com. I can tell you, I don't know how many times in my 14-year career that I've seen more passing yards for St. Pat's at the half than rushing yards. That's a rarity. 101 passing yards, 79 on the ground. Highline's done a tremendous job of slowing this Irish running attack. But the Irish have been able to get through the air 101 yards. Mason Giebler, 8 carries, 38 yards. Xavier Pieper with 1 carry for 6 yards. He was a little banged up at various points in that game. Brecken Collins, 2 carries, 14 yards. And Ben Hyriggs, 7 for 20 with a touchdown run. Jackson Braithwaite also had a 1-yard quarterback sneak touchdown run, his first of the year. And in his first start at quarterback, 3 for 4, 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. 1 completed to Peyton Kramer. Peyton's got 2 catches for 61 yards and a 40-yard screen pass right before half to Ben Heirig, so he's got 2 touchdowns in this game. No turnovers, 10 first downs for the Irish, 2 penalties for 10 yards. Meanwhile, for Highline, 110 total yards, 80 on the ground, 30 through the air. Brody Diefenbaugh, 10 carries, 40 yards. He got injured on his final carry of that first half. 5 for 20 for Gage Root. Chase Beitler, 9 carries, 23 yards, and Traven Cook had 1 carry. Diefenbaugh through the air, 3 for 5, 30 yards. He did have a touchdown pass, an 18-yard completion to Traven Coe. Also 2 completions to Chase Beitler. 1 turnover for the Bulls, and 8 first downs, 6 penalties for 39 yards. That had kind of killed a couple of their last 2 drives. Penalties hurt them, certainly, on those final 2 drives. Those again are halftime numbers brought to you by Con & Signs of North Platte. We've got a score 34-8 here on Husker Radio. More halftime next.
We're always something right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the DinoPay app. DinoPay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair DinoPay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Putting your family first. At Phelps Family Dentistry, we always go the extra mile for our patients. Whether it's helping them conquer their dental anxiety or helping them achieve the smile they've always dreamed of, our team strives to make sure every patient feels like family. Call 534-4040 to schedule your appointment or visit us on the web at phelpsdds.com. We would like to also wish St. Pat's Irish good luck this sports season.
Putting your family first.
Why wait? You don't have to sit around a long time waiting to register just to have your lab work done. Whether you are at the North Platte Health Pavilion or Westfield Shopping Center, Pathology Services has multiple drawing stations and ample personnel to draw your blood tests quickly so your time is better spent elsewhere. Simply tell your doctor you want your lab test performed at the first floor in North Platte Health Pavilion or Westfield Shopping Center at Pathology Services.
Pathology Services of North Platte. Learn more at pathologyservices.com.
We cheer for the Irish on the field, the court, and the course. Now let's rally for our teachers, the ones shaping futures at the North Platte Catholic Schools each and every day. I'm Endowment Director Wendy Dotson asking you to pledge your support to the Founded on Excellence campaign. Every donation will ensure that we can recruit and retain the very best teachers for generations to come. We're on our way to a goal of $3.5 million, and we need your help to cross the finish line. Contact the Endowment Office or visit npcschools.org to make your pledge today.
Welcome back here on Husker Radio's KODY, 1240 AM, 106.1 FM. It's 8:15 Central Time. You're listening to KODY North Platte with translator K291 BW North Platte at 106.1 FM. CT Computer Services on the corner of Phillip and Willow, offering Tune-Up Tuesdays, where all-in-shop services are half price. CT Computer Services, technology solved. Let's take a quick step into our McCabe's Pub and Lounge Sports Desk to check on some area scores. McCabe's, your local spot to check cheer on every play and your favorite teams downtown North Platte. I know the North Platte Bulldogs, they're back at home, trailing Columbus at the halftime break, 21-0 in that one. Hershey's playing at Valentine tonight. That was tied at halftime, 22-all. South Loop got a win earlier today over West Holt, 28-0. I think might be their first win of the year. Ravenna's going to stay undefeated. They're up big over Sandoz Valley, 48-6 at the half. Sandy Creek in a top 5 battle with Thayer Central, leading 32-6 at half in that one, taking control of that one. Perkins County at half over Sutherland, 54-8 at the break. And Southern Valley, who is an opponent of St. Pat's in a couple weeks, Irish will host them on October 10th. They trail Alma 26-6, almost to halftime at last update there. Bridgeport up big over Kimball, 44-0 in Dundee County Stratton Rapo. That was an 8 o'clock Central Time start. That one was just 8-0 pretty early in the game. Haven't seen any scores updates from that one. Here again, your halftime score, 34-8. St. Pat's with the lead over the Highline Bulls. Our second half when we return on Husker Radio.
Okay, so you have your back-to-school checklist. Things like new clothes, new shoes, new book bag, dental checkup. What? You don't have dental checkup?
You should. States Dental can give you healthy and bright smiles as you go back to school. States Dental provides comprehensive preventative care as well as some same-day treatment services. Keep smiling this school year and visit States Dental of North Platte. Our family caring for yours. Find them on Facebook and at statesdental.com.
Western Nebraska Bank, bank on us.
This is Marcy Hunter, Market President of Western Nebraska Bank. As a family-owned bank, we understand that you need to be present for the moments that matter. Our banking solutions are secure, quick, and easy to use so that you can focus on what truly matters. Western Nebraska Bank in North Platte, Curtis, Paxton, and Thedford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Western Nebraska Bank, bank on us.
If it's party time, plan your next occasion at Occasions. Right next to the lake, Occasions can host your next gathering, meeting, party, or simply a get-together. With a full kitchen and outdoor patio, plus tables and chairs, call Mike to book at 227-2602. Occasions of North Platte.
Hi, this is Jordan Mawson with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. Thinking of selling your farm or ranch now or down the road? Let's get ahead of the game with a professional evaluation and high-quality photos. Right now is the perfect time to showcase your land. Lush grass, clear skies, and everything looking its best. Don't wait for the dead of winter. Schedule your shoot today and be ready when the time to sell is right. Call me, Jordan Mawson, or check me out at lashleyland.com.
Sun Tickle to boot it here to start up our second half of play here from Eustis, and a high end-over-end kick that will
Kick goes in the end
might go
zone
through,
for a touchback.
might go through the crossbars there. And Bulls start at their own 15-yard line. Highline trailing 34-8, 80 rushing yards, 30 passing yards, and Diefenbaugh got hurt at the end of that first half. Waiting to see if
I don't think he's in the huddle.
I don't think so either. The backup, at least for a play, was number 12. That was Kyson Dean. This is not. I believe that's number. It is him. Diefenbaugh back there. And I saw the back there. All right, so it comes off the right side and across the 15, getting a couple yards.
That was Dean.
Quarterback.
Oh, maybe I thought it was 12.
Gage Roop got the carry.
You're right.
I spent the whole first half mispronouncing his name, so I guess we're both equally failing on number 32 right now. And he's about the one I didn't. It's RUPP. I felt pretty confident. That shows why I shouldn't have done that. 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeper off the near side, trying to get the outside edge. Cannot. And that's Grady Schutz. Great ankle hold there by Brecken Collins. Little wrestle move. The difference is he had somebody come over and finish him off. You don't get that in wrestling. 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, I bet when he's trying to get a takedown, he wishes someone could get in and finish it off like that.
Grady Schutz, the senior, gets his first carry of the year on that. And you hope the best for Brody Diefenbaugh, the senior. Going to come back for the rest of the season. Highline at Southern Valley, host Arapahoe, and at Alma. All winnable games to close out the season. Hey, we'll get a keeper right side for Beitler on 3rd down and 9. He's tripped up. Good play again. I think it might be Brecken Collins who made that play again. And it's going to be 4th down on a tackle for loss. 4th and 10.
Really good play by Brecken.
4th down, 10.
10 carries for Beitler, 23 yards, and the Bulls go 3 and out. Parker Schutz will be back to punt. Brecken Collins, Mason Giebler. As in true Irish punt return fashion this year, it's been feast or famine. They got a punt return for a touchdown and another one that fumbled that might have had a chance. We'll see what they do. They tried to set up the one-on-one. They tried to give the handoff and fake. Well, high snap. Parker Schutz bobbles. They don't pick it up. He will take off and run now. He runs right. He's got a long ways to go. He's going to punt it late there, and Ben Heirigs is going to fall on it at the 20. And, boy, that play, that had it all. If you weren't really watching, you wouldn't have noticed he even punted it. But I think that was what he did. And he got it out to the 20, and Heirigs, I think it might have hit him. So he had to cover it up. So the Irish take it over to the 20-yard line.
Jackson Braithwaite might have twisted his ankle, it looked like, a little bit at the end there, trying to get Schutz on the ground. I think Schutz probably panicked a little bit. I think he could have gotten a punt off even after all that time.
So the Irish take over at the 20-yard line in Bulls territory, 10-13, 3rd quarter. And Braithwaite in there at quarterback. Almost runs into his lineman, gives it right side to Mason Giebler. Not much, and 2 flags come in on opposite sides. 3 come in. Check that. The White Hats, the only one who didn't. When the far line judge, they didn't throw theirs, but they saw 3 and probably thought they got that one.
you almost wonder if something like a mask or something on the tackle, just because everybody saw it from every angle.
And it is a hold. And
must have really tackled somebody because everybody saw it.
Well, we have a hold and a face mask, so you were right on one at least. They're going to offset, and we're going to rerun first down. Well, that play didn't get started right. Braithwaite nearly ran into his lineman, and then both teams committed a penalty. So let's just call it even. Let's just go back to starting over here.
Ruined the timing, and it didn't allow his lineman, who's Weston Hammond, to get out free there.
So first down and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Irish. Working left to right at, should I say, Bulls 20-yard line here. Under 10 minutes to go here in our second quarter. Braithwaite out there. He had a very effective first half at QB in his first start in place of Sutton Tickle. Not available today. I formation, Giebler right side with some room. But again, that second level has done a great job. Irish pretty consistently have gotten to the linebacking spot, but they've tackled really well at that level and beyond.
Yeah, I think the tackling's been really sure there by Oberg, I think, making the tackle. But there have been a number of guys that really sure tackling. And Mason did a good job there. When you're fast like Mason, you're always looking to pop it outside. But there really wasn't anything to the outside. He got in behind his fullback and made the most of it.
Took it down to the 14, gain of 6, 2nd and 4 for the Irish offense here on their opening drive of the second half. Started at the 20, handoff Giebler left side, back inside he runs. Good tackle in space. Ball came out. Highline says they've got it. And no signal. But if they recovered it, I think he's, they're Highline ball. Bulls are going to take over on a lost fumble. And that for Mason Giebler is his first lost fumble of the year.
Yeah, and I know you addressed it with Coach Dotson in the pregame. That's one thing that's been a bit of an issue for the Irish, but they've done a nice job till now.
So with 9:03 to go in the third quarter, Bulls take over. I'd say at their own 12-yard line, it looks like here. After the first turnover by St. Pat. Snap back. Roop, I think, on the right side. Hard run. Good tackle in space by Ben Hyrigs. It'll be a gain of 5, but you can see Roop, he runs hard. 7 carries, 28 yards.
Good burst of speed there to the edge, and a really good, sure tackle there by Ben Hyrigs. I think, that most everybody else was tied up inside. I think if Ben doesn't make that tackle, it becomes a very big play.
If you need a thicker, greener, less troublesome lawn, call Jorgensen's Lawn Service, 368-4000 with fertilizer, iron, weed, and insect control. Jorgensen's proud to serve the entire area. Call today for a free estimate, 368-4000. 2nd and 5, quarterback keeper right up the middle. Going to get 1. Tackle on the stop by Peyton Kramer. And Hans Kane. Again, Roop gets 2. 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, I think that was a really nice play. Defensive tackle, Weston Hammond, and squeezed him down. He and Peyton really squeezed that play down. If you can make those kind of plays with your guys up front, you give yourself a real chance.
3rd and 3 at their own 19-yard line. Quarterback is Beitler now. Kind of a wildcat formation for him. He'll receive it. He'll run right. Beitler trying to pick his way and does get to the edge and gets a first down. Slip through as they'll mark him outside of the 23, maybe 24-yard line. 5-yard gain and a first down run.
Yeah, good play there by the Bulls. And if you're the Irish, you want to really, put a stop on this early here while you're still in Bulls territory and not allow them to kind of get their confidence back. There were times in the first half where they really had a nice offensive rhythm and were playing with a lot of confidence.
You also got to credit, because so far it not been real complicated on what they're running. It's all wildcat plays. Roop back there now. He gets 1. Brought down by Tucker Kemp. 2nd down and 9. But, I mean, you're not really – and they're still able to get some positive gains, even running something that the Irish certainly should know what's coming right now.
Right, and it I suppose to some degree it begs the question, what would have happened if they'd have run a little more in tight with Diefenbaugh back there, but they've really simplified and they've executed pretty well with what they're doing now.
This is a formation I know the Irish have repped, and I saw them repping it with Ben Hyrigs back there, but they have not ran it yet this year. They, of course, ran that pretty successfully with Jackson Roberts, Jackson nicely over the years. 7-14 third quarter, 2nd down and 9. Bulls out to their own 25-yard line, trailing 34-8, and they're going to use a timeout here to think about 2nd down and 9. This timeout brought to you by Shelter Insurance, here to protect what matters most to you and your family. Back after this.
CT Computer Services in North Platte is your one-stop computer shop, offering PC and Mac repair, in-shop, on-site, and remote services available for your home or business. And they also offer PC sales and service of major brands like Dell, new and refurbished units in stock, and even custom-built PCs. Prices for every budget starting at less than $300. CT Computer Services at Phillips and Willow in North Platte. Call 534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys.
Just like the athletes on the field quarter track, your heating and cooling units work hard, and service on them is sometimes needed when the air conditioning stops running cold or your furnace shuts down. Call Langmeyer Heating and Cooling of North Platte for service or a new unit altogether. That's Langmeyer Heating and Cooling of North Platte, 534-5848. How about that? A photo during a live read.
That was something. Well, you do those things. They say that multitasking isn't really possible for regular people, but you seem to be able to do it. I see you writing stats at the same time you're reading an ad.
The real question is,
I can't even do one thing at once.
Probably not a regular person there, Mr. O'Malley. 2nd down and 9. Most would disagree with that. 7:08 to go, third quarter. High snap, Roop able to contain it, gets to the outside edge and wrapped up. Nice tackle by Hudson Deeds. It's a gain of 3, 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, good play there by Hudson out on the edge. Did a good job of securing it. He was kind of there by himself, so really needed to make the sure tackle.
Obviously no Diefenbaugh, and so it's second straight game that neither team's had their starting quarterback in the whole second half. Obviously Irish haven't had this entire game, but Alma was in the same position last week. You wonder, is there anything else they can run besides this Wildcat keeper? This time on 3rd and 6 to the outside. Gage Schutz gets wrapped up. Ball. Oh, no, he holds on, and Schutz gets thrown.
No. Peyton ripped it away while he's still up.
Well, I saw him. I thought he maybe did, and Peyton Kramer gets it. All right. I thought I saw it pop out, but I couldn't really see who had it. And I would give, ball to the offense if I can't tell, but that time it was Peyton Kramer, and they marked him back at the 25 because it looked like if he did have it, he might be able to scoot out for a scoop and score.
He went to the ground in between. He ripped it and fell to the ground ripping it, and when they got up, I think the white hat was right there, and he couldn't tell for sure what happened.
And so the Irish will take over on a lost fumble, second turnover by Highline at the 25-yard line. Ben Hyrigs out the right side, slips one tackle to the 20. Hyrigs keep going to the 15. Ben down to the 14-yard line, 11-yard run for the junior. Who's not had a monster day running the ball, only 8 carries, 31 yards. He does have a touchdown both ways, though. And St. Pat's has moved the chains down to the 14.
He's really, I think we're really seeing him evolve as a running back. He's really found kind of an ability to make some real subtle moves laterally as he makes his way up the field.
Down to the 14, 1st down and 10. Collins and Hyrigs in the backfield for this quarterback, Jackson Braithwaite. This time Hyrigs nothing. Highline has done, I would say, as good as anybody against St. Pat's this entire year against the run. Irish are still shy of 100 yards on the ground. Ben comes off with a little bit of a limp. Mason Giebler back in after the loss of 1.
Yeah, the fullback there wasn't able to get it blocked up, and Ben took a pretty straight on shot.
And he's on the sideline limping right now. Xavier Pieper has not played a whole lot in this offensive side of the ball, and of course Sutton Tickle not available today. 2nd down and 11 at the 15. Giebler right side. Giebler to the outside edge, and he'll house it. Mason Giebler, 15-yard touchdown run.
Number 2, Mason Giebler goes in for the touchdown.
His first of the day, 10th carry, now 59 yards, and a touchdown run for number 2. It's 7th of the year.
Yeah, Ben's just kind of trying to work his leg loose. I can't tell for sure if he feels like it's not stable or if he just took a hit there, more like a bruise on his leg.
3-play, 25-yard drive, and Mason Giebler able, for really the first time all game, get to the outside pretty clean.
Yeah, anyway, that was a really nice run by Mason.
Sutton Tickle for the PAT. High snap. Braithwaite gets it down, and Tickle boots it through. And Irish add to the lead with 5:27 to go in our third quarter. St. Pat's here with the lead on the road, 41-8. Take a timeout. Back after this on Husker Radio.
Lincoln County Feed Yard reminds you, when it's time to eat Nebraska beef. Real food for real people. It's pro-America and pro-Nebraska. The Lincoln County Feed Yard is a proud supporter of the North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics. Eat beef tonight and go Irish.
When it comes time to honor the life of your loved one, it's all about the relationship. Adams and Swanson Funeral Home will help you celebrate that bond with assisting you and your family with all services, ceremonies, grief support, and pre-planning. Learn more by visiting adamswanson.com or by calling 532-2044.
Put me in, Coach. I'm ready.
Hold on there, race car. You're not quite ready to get in the game, but Dave's Place is. Our new location is in mid-season form, ready for your next game day watch party.
Pizza made from fresh dough and wings. Boy, do we have wings.
Pre-gaming for that big matchup, maybe celebrating the big win after, or even trying to forget that ugly loss.
Lose? You can't lose with Dave's Place. You're always winning at Dave's Place. Family atmosphere inside and carry out and DoorDash too.
502 East Francis Street in North Platte. Whoop, whoop.
Ben Hankla in to kick off this one here for St. Pat's with 5:27 to go in the third quarter. And Ben, he's done a great job all year. That's going to be a touchback. Great. Shuts caught that just a half with a foot in the end zone. And you can't catch it at all with any part of the body in the end zone. It's a touchback, and out comes Highline. Our scoreboard today brought to you by the Justin Thompson Agency. For all your insurance needs, call Justin at 534-2400. Visit him online, jthompsoninsurance.com, or stop by his office, 501 South Dewey Street in North Platte. St. Pat's leading 41-8 here on the road with Highline Bowl offense. Irish, I think, they're running two on late. Now one comes off and one comes back on. That might have been a penalty, but they didn't get it called. Gage Roop with a carry off the right side, and the Wildcat will pick up one or two. Second out.
Yeah, they were just tardy. They didn't know which. The Irish do a lot of rotating with their tackles up front with Kane and Demas and Hammond and Sitta, and so they just didn't have the right combination out there.
Second down and 8 now here for the Bull offense, which again doesn't have Diefenbaugh. He's sitting on a table on the sideline. Went down right at the end of the first half. Direct snap to the keeper. It's Roop, and he'll get a pass line of scrimmage. Again, it's been a lot of negative plays in the ground game for Highline. Got two more. Third down and 5.
Got a little testy up front there. A couple guys got tangled up.
So now 3rd and 5 come on for Highline here. 41-8 with 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Irish again back at home the next 2 weeks. They get Dundee County Stratton next Friday night, and then Southern Valley on the road to Arapahoe to close the regular season. Halfway point already, and now we're on to the back half. High snap, great catch by Beitler, but that's going to take time. Irish going to bring him down to the backfield for a loss. Boy, Beitler did everything. I don't have heights, but he's not real tall, and the senior, he went up to get that. And he maybe lost a football length. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, good job. Brecken Collins is the first guy in there, and then got some help from Cooper Swanson. I couldn't tell who else was over there, but Brecken was able to slow up Beitler and allow his teammates to get there and finish the deal.
And Parker Schutz will do the punting duties here for Highline. Last one was a high snap that he was able to corral. This time a good snap. He's got time. He gets a driving kick. Great kick. Giebler has to race back. Comes off his fingertips. Scooped up by Collins. He'll run left. Now just get taken down, well, eventually by Schutz and Jackson Hood. That one, he took an unnecessary hit that really, you almost wish if you're an Irish fan, he'd just gone down because he got walloped at the end of that one.
Yeah, he kind of in a way was giving himself up. He just, they didn't handle it cleanly, and then I think he thought he tried to make the guy miss. The guy broke down and made a nice tackle, and he was still on secured him well, and he just stayed on his feet.
So the Irish take over their own 23-yard line, 3:24 to go in our third quarter, leading here on the road 41-8, trying to get to 4-1 on the year. Get their 4th straight win of the season. Jackson Braithwaite has done the job at quarterbacking duties for the Irish here today. High formation, turns, gives it back on the left side with a hole across the 30, down the sideline of midfield, and finally taken down at the 32-yard line. Mason Giebler with a big run. They'll mark him at the 34.
Yeah, really nice to see him get an opportunity in the open field.
That's a 22-yard run by Giebler, who is up to 81 yards on 11 carries. And a first down to the Bulls' 34-yard line.
Yeah, Ben's over here still kind of trying to keep his knee loose. I don't know exactly what happened, but he's got his helmet off for now.
So first down and 10 from the 34. Giebler right side this time across the 30. He'll turn the legs to the 26-yard line for a gain of 8.
Really good surge there again by the Irish front. Good run by Mason.
Second down.
So still call it 7 for Giebler. He was inching closer to his 100-yard day.
Yeah, he's doing a good job, and he's getting he's getting fed pretty steady here now with Ben. They usually have a rotation, but it's going to be mostly him, it looks like now.
2nd and 3. This time fullback gets it, Brecken Collins, and he'll spin out of one tackle, keep the legs going, and finally go down at the 24-yard line. I was just about to say, the fullbacks haven't gotten, I would say, less opportunities this year to run the ball. That's for Brecken, his 3rd. Pieper only had 1.
3rd down 1.
Actually marked him short of the first down. He ended up getting, we'll call it 3.
Yeah, looked like maybe he'd surged up there, but I think maybe he came free and he was still struggling, and so he forfeited, so to speak, the forward progress.
They're actually going to mark it first down. Their official is calling it a first down.
First down, Irish.
And that's something for the Irish. That fullback has been obviously a huge part of their offense over the years. Xavier came in with only 17, and he's been banged up half point of the year. And Brecken, that's his 9th carry of the year right there. 1st and 10 at the 24. This is Collins right side, right on that. He breaks a tackle to the 10, to the 5, and he's close to the goal line, 1st and goal. Does not get in, but he's right there. Might be at the 1-yard line.
Good for first down.
He's a lot of fun to watch run. He struggles and twists and pulls and got his foot loose. I think he could see the pylon over there and knew if I could just get my foot loose from this guy, I got a chance. And he did give himself a chance, just couldn't quite put it in.
4 carries, 40 yards. We'll see if he gets an opportunity to run this one in now for St. Pat's. And he will off the right side. He stays upright, and he's in. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Brecken Collins adds 6.
Yeah, good job there by Brecken, and Coach rewards him by giving him 1 more to finish it.
A 5-play drive capped off by a Brecken Collins run. As I believe he's already eclipsed his total all year. Came in with only 33 yards. Has 41 today and now a touchdown. And Ben Hanklet had the extra point here for St. Pat's. He's 2 for 4 on the year. But the 2 that have been missed have been blocked, but we've got a penalty. Irish must have jumped on the line.
Yeah, I think they're going to mark it off, it looks like.
It is. Irish commit their 3rd penalty. Fairly clean game in that department.
Kind of an unusual long snap count on the kick, and I'm not for sure if that was for a purpose, if they're trying to slow Highline's rush down or what, but somebody couldn't hold.
Braithwaite will hold. Hank will try a deeper PAT here. This one's angling left, and he missed it. Yeah, shanked it a little bit left, and score remains now 47-8. St. Pat's with the lead here over the Highline Bulls. Take a timeout with a minute 50 to go in our 3rd quarter.
Are you tired of gathering that same old bull off the neighbors? Or maybe you can't even enjoy some privacy in your own backyard? You need to call Lazy TS Custom Fencing of North Platte. We offer barbed wire fencing, continuous fencing, privacy fence, chain link fence, tank setting, snow removal, and any skid loader service required. Lazy TS Custom Fencing, 308-539-9579, and go Irish.
Looking for a real sports bar, not a restaurant with a TV in the corner? That's what you'll find at McCabe's. With 14 beers on tap, a full liquor selection, Keno, and plenty of room to play, this isn't where you sit quietly and sip. This is where the game's always on, the pool tables are open, and the energy's just right. Grab something off the menu, pour a drink, and kick back in your new favorite corner of downtown. McCabe's Pub and Lounge, corner of 4th and Dewey, downtown North Platte.
Ben Hankler with a lower driving kick, and that will go into the end zone for a touchback. KBR Wireless in North Platte is your home for cell phone and internet needs, providing consistent, clear connections across Nebraska, including in rural areas. They're also the provider for our connections today to make our broadcast possible. Check them out, 1302 South Chestnut Street in North Platte. Minute 50 to go in our third quarter. Irish on the road with a 47-8 lead over the Highline Bulls. And a running clock from here on out now for this one. Irish have some second guys out there. Spencer Mostek, one of the linebackers, joined by Hudson Deed. Snap back to Roop. He'll get it. And a whistle and a flag before this one can start. Highline's 7th penalty of the game. A lot of procedurals, 5-yard variety. 1st and 15. They'll back up to the 10-yard line.
I think the guys that are out there, Tanner, right now that haven't kind of been in the defensive rotation are Riker Adkins and Ben Hankla and Levi Charter. Ben at corner and Riker at defensive end.
How about Riker, though, a freshman making his way into that second group? He's had a great year. On both sides of the ball, he carried it a lot. 1st and 15. Snap back, it's Beitler on this time. He'll run the Wildcat, which has been the offensive choice here for Highline without Diefenbaugh. And he'll pick up 3, 2nd down and 12. I did notice that I believe the only other quarterback listed, there's 3, I think, listed. Cole Dean, he wasn't suited, so that might be part of the reason the offense has had to just basically become this Wildcat offense between Roop and Beitler. And again, it's commendable. They've been able to get yards on almost every one of them. 2nd and 12, Roop to the outside edge near side. He'll get to the 15-yard line. Back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 10. Good stop, Spencer Mostek on the tackle.
Yeah, Spencer was in there, and I think Hudson Deeds as well, and a good play made there by Riker Adkins. He had a pretty physical guy on him, and Riker was able to keep his feet and keep stringing that thing out and let the linebackers run inside out and make the play.
That'll be 3rd down and 10. Snap back to Beitler. It's a Wildcat again to the right side, and Beitler kind of falls forward. Second effort there. And slammed down there by Lane Sitta. He'll get 2. It'll be 4th down and 8. And clock is down to 30 seconds to go in our third quarter.
Yeah, really good job by this group of defense. Kind of a mix of rotators and guys that don't play with the first unit.
4th down and 8 for the Bulls from their own 17-yard line here. Highline, by the way, again, rest of the season at Southern Valley, host Arapahoe, and then at Alma. That will be the end of our third quarter of play. They won't have to snap it. We'll go to the 4th here in Eustis. St. Pat's 47, Highline 8. Back to the 4th after this.
As your American Family Insurance agent in North Platte, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Justin Thompson at the Justin Thompson Agency. Call me at 534-2400 or stop in at 501 South Dewey Street, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
A proven track record of success. That's what you expect from an attorney, and it's what you get at Lindenmeyer Law of North Platte. The attorneys at Lindenmeyer Law have handled it all with personalized and aggressive representation both in and out of the courtroom. Simply put, Lindenmeyer Law knows the law for all your legal needs. Located at 422 North Dewey in North Platte, downtown on the Bricks. Call 308-534-6740. That's 534-6740, or visit flatrocklaw.com.
Are you in need of farm and ranch management? Considering a sale of your ag real estate? Turn to the professionals at HD Management. Contact Kurt Pieper, Hank Nicely, or Justin Pieper with HD Management in North Platte. That's HD Management, your professionals in ag real estate. Tanner Struckman, Bill O'Malley here. Thomas Hyrig's video producing here from Eustis. St. Pat's with a 47-8 lead, start of the fourth quarter. And Highline will punt. Parker Schutz gets a good boot. Ben Hankla back by himself. He won't catch that. It'll take a huge bull bounce inside the 10 down to the 5-yard line. What a punt. From the 17 to the 5. Well, you do the math on that, but that's a punt.
Irish take over.
Yeah, I think maybe they weren't necessarily interested in Ben getting a return, but I think they're just counseling to maybe go ahead and fair catch that thing if you can. I think he probably had a chance at it.
So the Irish offense will come out here. A lot of secondary guys. Jackson Braithwaite's day's done. Ben Hankla going to take over the quarterbacking duties. The 5'11", 130-pound sophomore. Jace Roberts is out there. I see Elijah Hyman.
Hunter McNew at fullback, I think.
Oh, McNew and Roberts in that backfield. They're backed up to their own 5-yard line on that flip the field punt. And I think Roberts gets it off the right side and won't go anywhere. Might have lost a yard back at the 4. Highline gets in there.
Rest of that front, I think Justin Davies at center. It looks like Lane Sitta and Hans Kane at guards.
So 2nd down and 11 at the 4-yard line with 10:40 to go in the ball game. Hankla from his own 4-yard line, 2nd down. Will sweep it this way, back to the outside. It's got some room. That's Matthew Giebler. Oh, just tripped up at the 11. Great play, great tackle, because otherwise he's got some speed, and Matthew able to pick up about 6 or 7.
Good lead block by his fullback there, Riker Atkins. Riker got a nice kick-out block and allowed Matthew to cut it up. And Matthew's got the good Giebler speed, too. He was very close to making a large play there, I think.
Got 7. 3rd down and 4 now. More manageable 3rd down here for this second group of offense, operating with a 47-8 lead here in the 4th quarter. Hankla under center. From the 10, will turn, give it back on the near side, gets it. That's Chase Roberts. Chase falling forward will pick up the first. Good run by Roberts. He'll pick 5 yards up.
Well blocked, but it wasn't blocked well enough for a first down. It took Jace's extra effort on the end to make that a first down.
Hey, you're exactly right. He's ran hard this year. He came off a little gimpy as well. It's been a tough day for that backfield for St. Pat's.
I think, I mean, a lot of low tackles, nothing outside the lines. I don't mean anything like that, but just a lot of really low aggressive tackles and guys who got nicked up a little bit.
Out to the 16 now, the ball works, and Hankla doing his job to manage the clock. 9:08 to go in the ball game here with a running clock. And as I'm said on 1st down and 10, he'll give it, try to. Ball's on the ground. He's
fumble on the play. Recovered by the Irish.
Get right back on it. Was that scissor play? Maybe?
I think they're running a little counter there with Riker Atkins, and just too much. I think I didn't see it in real time, but just looking at where the play happened, I would guess it maybe was Tucker Viter that maybe collapsed that thing back into the backfield. That you got to have some room. If you have any penetration on that play, it's just not going to work.
So 2nd and 12 now, back at their own 14-yard line, 13-yard line. They'll turn. Quarterback boot right side for Hankla to the outside edge with room. 20, 25. Hankla to 30, to midfield. Hankla still running to the 30. Slips another one. There he goes. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. What a run by Ben Hankla. All the Jets put on. He goes all the way.
Just a little subtle change of speed when he got to the far sideline. There's a defender square in front of him. Let the pursuit pass him by. Picked up a couple blocks coming back to the middle, and then just the good speed by Ben there to finish it.
67-yard run by Ben Hankla, his certainly longest of the year. And that was a long way to run for Hankla for a touchdown. He'll try to add the PAT and do all 7 himself. He'll snap it back to him. He's now looking to fire run this one. He's dancing. He will throw it away, and that won't be good. 2-point conversion, no good here for St. Pat's, and the score remains 53-8. Our clock at 8:10 to go in the ball game. St. Pat's on the road here, leading Highline. We've got a break. Back after this.
Looking for used items at a big discount, all while supporting the North Platte Catholic Schools? Shop The Bargain Bin, a thrift store located at 421 East 3rd Street in North Platte. Open Wednesday, Saturday, 10 to 3. The Bargain Bin sells everything from household items, quality home decor, crafts, clothing in all sizes, including children's, bedding, holiday decorations, antiques, and furniture. Plus, donations are accepted with drop-off Monday and Tuesday, 8:30 to noon, and Wednesday, Saturday, 8:30 to 3 p.m. After hours, call 221-2665. Proceeds benefit North Platte Catholic Schools. Shop The Bargain Bin today.
Ollie, you need to clean up your fishing and hunting gear. It's everywhere.
I'm out of room. I don't have anywhere to put it.
Get some storage at Another Storage. They have sizes for everything.
I already have some there.
Well, get another. Another Storage, 532-1332.
When injury or trouble finds you, what do you look for in a lawyer? How about someone with over 30 years experience handling civil lawsuits and criminal cases right here in western Nebraska? How about someone who doesn't charge you for every stamp and envelope or bill you for every fraction of an hour spent working on your case? How about someone who will actually talk with you and meet with you about your case? You can have all that by calling me, Marty Trzynski, at 534-4837.
Kickoff by Ben Hankla will split the deep backs and will roll into the end zone, although it took a couple final ones. Will Oakland watch that one go into the end zone for a touchback, and both will take over with 8:09 to go here in this ball game, trailing here at home 53-8. As St. Pat's with a 5-play, 75-yard drive. It might be the longest drive of the year by that secondary group, but mostly from one play, 67-yard run by Ben Hankla. So out come the Bulls from their 15-yard line here. And that is Will Oakland, the freshman quarterback, with it, and he'll give it off the near side. Carry by number 7, Simon Sharp, senior. His first carry of the ball game. Able to pick up 2.
I think that probably answers your question a little bit. They get the freshman as the next quarterback up, and I'm sure they had some confidence in those other guys handling the ball in Wildcat.
Second down and 8 I formation for Oakland. They'll give it left side. Back gets it again. Room to run. He's got a lot of room down to the 30. And brought down by Hunter McNew. But that's a first down run by Eli Schimmels, the sophomore.
15, Hunter McNew.
Good job by Hunter, continuing to pursue there. It looks like Easton Bryant's in at defensive end, along with Riker Atkins, who was already in. Levi Charter at tackle, and maybe Justin Davies at the other tackle. Hyman and Roberts at linebacker, and McNew.
Schimmels with a 16-yard run to the 33. They'll turn, pitch it this way for Schimmels. He'll go down. Great play. And there's our guy, Riker Atkins, making another one. I think that's his third tackle for loss of the year. That one back to the 30.
Really good job by Riker, and then to kind of help him finish it off, Elijah Hyman got in there as well.
24 and 23. Making stops there. Riker plays with a lot of fire, no doubt. And that is his third tackle for loss. He gets a couple more, he might have the team lead. Second down and 13. High for a handoff right up the gut. Schimmels gets it. Flag comes in there
by number 11, Eli Schimmels.
at the collision. Gain of 3 as it stands. It'll be a hold on the Bulls, though.
Holding on the offense.
And this will come back.
Yeah.
Clock at 6:18 here in our fourth quarter.
I think that was on one of the interior guys, kind of right at the point of attack.
Bulls with their 8th penalty for 54 yards today. And they'll mark this inside the 25 by about a football. First down sits at the Irish 37-yard line. Second down and 17 here. Maybe close, might be longer than that. About the 24. Under center. Oakland turns, gives it. Deep back gets it left side. Presumably that's Schimmels again. Riker Atkins there again on the stop. 8-1.
Right. Atkins in underneath and Levi Charter on top.
Third down and long coming up. This the junior highs. They get a game this week.
Yeah, we have an inter-squad scrimmage on Monday, which we had scheduled because we were short games, and then as it turned out, we picked up a game with Highline. We'll be back here on Wednesday afternoon to play Highline, which was really nice. We were able to schedule that kind of late, but we went ahead and kept that inter-squad. You know, it's a good opportunity at home for all the kids to get a lot of playing.
Third down and about 16 yards here at their own 26-yard line. Oakland under center and a whistle. I believe a timeout taken by Coach Spiegel here. We will take it. 5:13 to go in the ball game. St. Pat's 53, Highline 8. Back after this.
Looking to buy or sell in Lincoln County? The 1867 Collective is your go-to destination for buying and selling real estate. With local agents Nelson Jett, Joanne Perlinger, and Taylor Salas, you get expert guidance and professional service every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home or looking to sell, trust the agents that know Lincoln County the best. Call the 1867 Collective today at 308-330-1867 or visit us at 601 South Dewey Street. Go Irish!
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack,
Third down
and
and long,
save at
and a handoff left
allofiber.com/stack.
side, and Simon Sharp from the 26 will take it out to the 32-yard line, gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down and 11 here for the Bulls offense.
Jace Roberts really did a good job on that play. He got some penetration inside early and had to chase that thing down from behind, but he really dug in and was able to make the good low tackle there.
Hunter McNew back by himself to receive this. Parker shuts on to punt here for the Bulls. Snapback bounces to him, but he's got time. He gets this one on the booming punt. McNew calls for the fair catch and hauls it in at about the 5-yard line. And St. Pat's takes over. 4:26 to go in this ball game. Quick check into the McCabe's Pub and Lounge Sports Desk. McCabe's your local spot to check every play, catch every play, and cheer on your favorite teams. Downtown North Platte. North Platte tonight at home against Columbus. They trail through 42-6 late in that one. Hershey looks like they might get a win at Valentine. They're up 2 scores, 36-22. They'd be 3-2 with that one. In D1, get you some scores. 54-16 Perkins County over Sutherland. That one's into the 4th quarter. Southern Valley down 26-6 to Alma in the 3rd quarter. Bridgeport 58-6 over Kimball, and Dundee County Stratton 22-0. That was at the end of the 1st quarter. Here's McNew on a carry. Fullback gets his first one, and he'll get right back to the line of scrimmage. No yards for Hunter McNew on his first carry.
Ball carried by 15, Hunter McNew.
Keep shuffling guys in here.
2nd down, 10.
Quarterback change here. Braylon's going to take over for Ben.
And 1 first down, will probably be able to milk off this rest of this ball game. 2nd down and 10 from the 5. Braylon Braithwaite, the quarterback, take it over. Freshman turns, gives it, handoff near side, and falling forward for a yard or 2 is the I-back.
Some new linemen in there, TJ Byers and Sam Lake and Austin Stiles, the interior guys. Change out the interior guys there.
Matthew Keebler.
20.
And he picked up 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7 from the 8-yard line here. Big matchup, Dundee County Stratton next Friday night. I know they haven't been healthy. I don't know if they're playing. They've had 2 guys out, namely Ethan Latta, for the last couple weeks. I don't know if he was going to play tonight or not, but you can bet he's probably going to play next week.
Yeah, I think from what I understand, I don't have any real inside information, but it was an injury I think he can probably play with.
Big time stick there on Blake Folker. To his credit, he gets right back up. That was a pop. Great tackle by the Bulls. 4th down and 8.
Yeah, that'll set up a punt here for the Irish.
Credit to Blake for holding on to that ball because he got popped there.
He didn't have much of a chance.
No, he did not. And the Irish will have to punt with 1:58 to go. They run on Sam Lake late here, and Ben Hankler will do the punting duties. He's punted a couple times this year. He's standing in his end zone. Good snap back to him. Got time. Oh, blocked actually. Didn't have time. Scooped up and scored. That'll be a blocked punt and a touchdown. Running it in is Will Oakland.
Punt block. Picked up and returned by number 3, Will Oakland, for the touchdown.
They came pretty clean there. Fortunate there probably that Ben Hankler didn't get hurt. That's a play you could definitely get hurt on. He's kind of checking himself out because he really got flipped trying to get that punt away.
So Highline gets on the board here at 53-14 with 1:38 to go on a block punt and a score. Not many special teams touchdowns against St. Pat's. I'll show you my list. I've got the full list. There's not very many of them in my 14-year career. Not that I'm going to point that out to Coach Braithwaite at any time, but that's been they have far more on their end than on the opposing end. Snap back and handoff right up the middle goes the back Scharf and did not get in. 2-point conversion. No good. And Irish will get it back here with 1:38 to go in this ball game, leading 53-14. Taking one more time out and come back to the final minute 38 right after this on Husker Radio.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the DinoPay app. DinoPay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair DinoPay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Putting your family first.
At Phelps Family Dentistry, we always go the extra mile for our patients. Whether it's helping them conquer their dental anxiety or helping them achieve the smile they've always dreamed of, our team strives to make sure every patient feels like family. Call 534-4040 to schedule your appointment or visit us on the web at phelpsdds.com. We would like to also wish St. Pat's Irish good luck this sports season.
Putting your family first.
Carter Tilson.
And 53-14, St. Pat's with the lead on the road here at Eustis.
Ben Hankla, number 20, and Matthew Giebler.
Hankla and Matthew Giebler, a lot of speed back there on a kick return. We'll see if they can get one from Carter Tilson. He's the new kicker. It's an end-over-end kick, pretty well kicked, but Hankla with the return from his 4-yard line. Hankla across the 10, cuts to the outside 15 to the 20. Hankla tripped up, kind of caught his own foot there at the 29 as he was trying to cut back to the middle of the field, and he had a seam there.
He made a nice move right at the initial contact point. Came up the field, kind of gave a little jab inside and went to the outside. Had a nice return, had a couple blockers in front of him. He was trying to cut and to utilize those blockers and lost his footing.
Not trying to add salt in the wound. I promise this is actually to be a compliment at the success of St. Pat's special teams. That is only the 7th special teams touchdown given up by Irish football in the last 14 years.
That's
First
remarkable.
since 2022. I mean, it just doesn't it doesn't happen very often, and obviously it wasn't necessarily the starting group, but that still goes to show even the backups over the years haven't done that. First and 10 at the 30-yard line. Irish take over with 1:26 to go in this one. They'll run a few plays here. Give it left side. Back gets it. That's Jace Roberts. He'll fall forward for 3.
Jace Roberts.
Second down and 7. We covered the junior high. Did the JV have a game this week?
23, Noah Rand. Second down.
I'm not for sure about that, Tanner. I do not believe that the JVs have a game this week.
They've played
they've
one.
only played one game. Yep.
Won it. Coach said, the streak doesn't necessarily, I don't know if you can really keep track anymore when you only play 2 games in a season.
Right, yeah.
That's unfortunate. Out to the 33 with a minute to go. Second down and 7. Braylon Braithwaite gives it right side. Back gets it and hit right away after a half-yard gain there for Sam Sitta. His first carry of the game.
Yeah, Sam did a good job running up in there.
And he got about 1 third down and 5 coming up here. Irish can run one more play and put a button on this one and get a big win. And we'll improve to 4-1, getting a hot Dundee County Stratton team, which looks like they'll be 5-0 when they come tonight to Columbus Field. Here and off left side, big hole to the outside for Jace Roberts. First down run across the 45 to the 30-yard line. Roberts with a nice run. Got about 16 yards, and that puts a cap on this one with a first down from Jace Roberts.
Really a good run there by Jace. It's incredible the improvement he's made over the last year.
That is a final. Gun sounds here from Eustis, and the Irish get the win by a score of 53-14 over the Highline Bulls. We'll begin our Quick Stop postgame show right after this timeout on Husker Radio.
Why take the elevator up to higher lab prices? Patients who see Great Plains healthcare providers, whose offices are in the North Platte Health Pavilion, have federally guaranteed right to choose which lab performs their blood draws and lab tests. Simply tell your Great Plains health provider you want the lab test performed on the first floor at Pathology Services rather than going up for higher lab prices.
Pathology Services of North Platte. Learn more at pathologyservices.com. Save the date, mark your calendar, and go green on October 25th. Join us for an unforgettable evening with dinner, drinks, games, prizes, auctions, and spirit wagons, all in support of the North Platte Catholic Schools. New this year, 9 chances to win in the Green Lucky Lotto. Grab your friends and fill a table. It's an event you do not want to miss. Watch your mail for the invite, find the details on Facebook, or call 534-5939. Proceeds benefit Little Leprechaun, McDade, and St. Pat's.
Okay, so you have your back-to-school checklist. Things like new clothes, new shoes, new book bag, dental checkup. What? You don't have dental checkup? You should. States Dental can give you healthy and bright smiles as you go back to school. States Dental provides comprehensive preventative care as well as some same-day treatment services. Keep smiling this school year and visit States Dental of North Platte. Our family caring for yours. Find them on Facebook and at statesdental.com.
Western Nebraska Bank, bank on us.
This is Marcy Hunter, Market President of Western Nebraska Bank. As a family-owned bank, we understand that you need to be present for the moments that matter. Our banking solutions are secure, quick, and easy to use so that you can focus on what truly matters. Western Nebraska Bank in North Platte, Curtis, Paxton, and Thedford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Western Nebraska Bank, bank on us.
Welcome back on Husker Radio's KODY 1240 AM 1061 FM. Tanner Struckman with you, Bill O'Malley on our Quick Stop postgame show as St. Pat's picks up the win here at Highline by a score of 53-14. Quick Stop just around every corner, fast, easy, and convenient with 6 locations throughout North Platte. Also locations in Ogallala, Hershey, Grant, and Imperial. On the road to everywhere, it is Quick Stop. Well, Coach, Irish get a big win and just about had only 8 on the board for the 4th straight game. That late punt return for a score actually broke that streak of putting up 8 defensively. A 34-8 lead at halftime. Huge punt return, late touchdown pass. Because at one point this was 20-8. Highline went on a 12-play drive and had to punt. Giebler returns it about 77 yards for a score, force a 3-and-out, get a little 2-minute drill and a 40-yard touchdown, and then all of a sudden it's 34-8.
It did really seem to change, and there was a time in there after they had scored their touchdown. I remember was visiting about how important it was for the Irish just to possess the ball for a while, because if you remember, right after their scoring drive, that they came back and made really good defensive plays on 1st and 2nd down, and then the Irish were able to convert. I don't remember the play exactly. I think it was a Giebler run maybe, but they were able to convert on 3rd down. And I thought that was a big play early in this game where, you know, the Irish had played well, and yet Highline was kind of right there and coming off of a, you know, touchdown and 2-point point after, and they seemingly had a lot of the momentum. And so it was really important that the Irish came back and reestablished themselves, and they were able to do that.
St. Pat's picks up the win again, 54-14, and a big matchup with Dundee County Stratton next Friday night. We'll have it for you from Knights of Columbus Field. Thanks for the time, Coach.
Yeah, very good. I'm glad you're feeling a little better. Have a good weekend.
Hey, voice hung on there, didn't it? It did. Even I thought when that punt return happened, I might lose it on that one because I did not get too up on everything. Mr. Brad Braithwaite.
Hey, I did on that.
I thought you might. I thought you might. What about on the block punt?
Not so much on that. Thanks for calling
I
that
just,
out.
you know, I give one, I get one. Yeah, back and forth.
Very typical.
53-14, much like last week. I thought a big sequence right before half. I was just talking with Coach about it that, you know, you go on a big 10-play drive where Jackson gets his first rushing touchdown. You go up 28, but Highlands moved the ball. They went on a 12-play drive. It stalled out, punt return, 3-and-out. Touchdown before half. That's 3 drives that kind of put the game away.
Right, and they did a really good job offensively. I thought we had kids in good spots, and I know Coach A would tell you that too. Defensively, I just didn't think we weren't very good. We attacked with wrong shoulders, getting caught inside, didn't tackle real well. So we were fortunate, got a punt return there, and then the game kind of flipped, and I thought we became much more confident, and then things kind of snowballed in our favor and against against theirs.
You're right, but I thought Highline more than game for about a quarter and a half. I mean, they were making you, outside of the fumble lost, they made you drive 6 plays on the opening drive, 10 plays on your third touchdown drive. And they scored in between all that, and they were moving the ball. And very competitive, a lot like last year. Just this year, you had the 2 late scores. The score was almost identical to last year at the half up until that point. But they were more than game, and I think you're right. I thought they tackled really well in the full first half. You had, and I don't know the last time this has ever happened, more passing yards at halftime by quite a ways than rush yards.
Right, and some of that's to, the style of play. They had 7 guys in the box, and they were playing downhill. And again, we didn't get to the second level as well as we thought we should have early on in the game. But and Jackson threw the ball well, and we protected well, and then that kind of loosened them up a little bit. And then we got our run game going and really got to the second level a lot better than we did the first couple of series. So, I was proud of our kids. And like you said, we can do that. We can throw the ball downfield, and it's not just quarterback, receiver. Our kids up front did a good job of protecting for the most part and giving us time. And if guys are going to put 6, 7 guys in the box, we're going to have to do that.
Jackson had a couple thrown really nice. In fact, his only completion of the year I thought was pretty well thrown too and could have been caught. And so he's got 1 incompletion, but right. I think 6 of 7 with 4 touchdowns. He's not done too bad back there. And this one obviously a little different. These were pressure-packed throws.
Sure, and they were, and and we've talked kind of all week with him, and he knows he's ready. He's well prepared, and talked to him a little bit last night, and he had just a normal nerves, but nothing big, just because he's prepared and he knew he was ready for, to take over that role. And obviously you can't replace the kid that we're trying to replace back there. He's as good as there is in the area. But Jackson, gets about 40 to 50% of the reps during the week when we are completely healthy. And so, it wasn't a big thing for him or for our kids. He was ready to go, and I thought our kids responded really well.
I think I talked with maybe Coach A in the postgame last week that Ben's acceleration this year, it's notable on that screen pass, number 1 today. I mean, obviously he had a couple late last week, but on that screen pass, he's got another level.
He really does. I think about a quarter of the way through basketball season, he got a little nicked up, a lower body injury, and he was never really right even all the way through the spring. Finally got healthy this summer, and obviously he's gotten bigger and stronger, and his speed has just increased. And like you said, his burst has gotten so much better. And you pair him and Mason, Mason's a 10-7 kid
right.
in the 100. That's pretty good speed back there. And then you throw Xavier back there, who's kind of our hammerhead, and we have some nice weapons. And then you saw what Brecken Collins can do tonight too. He got his chance and really took advantage of that. So we really have some good guys that we can hand the ball off to back there.
Oh, and then Ben, he put on his Jets. Man, that was quite a run.
Yeah, absolutely. That's another kid that doesn't get to show that a lot on Friday nights. But that is something he can do. He can run. He can really run.
53-14, St. Pat's with the win. First things first, huge game next week, but you got to be healthy. I know you obviously didn't have Sutton tonight hardly at all. You had Xavier nicked up at one point, Ben nicked up. I thought Peyton maybe came off a little nicked up. So there was some physicality here today. Hopefully you can get healthy by next Friday.
Sure, and it's just that time of year. You're about midway point, and so everybody's going to be a little bit bruised and dinged up a little bit. And so hopefully we can get healthy, and we'll kind of see, how the next few days go, and then we'll start preparing for next week. That'll be a heck of a challenge for us.
I don't know if Dundee is healthy tonight, but they're rolling here tonight over Arapahoe. But obviously when they're healthy, and even when they're not, they're awfully good. They're still undefeated, but they rank number 1 in some polls.
Sure, and from what I've seen, that's probably the right ranking. I mean, they're good. They're good all the way around. They're really, obviously, you talk about the Horner kid and then Ethan Lotta. Those are the 2 kids that get the headlines. But you look at what they do up front. They're big and they're good, And so we'll have our hands full, and so. But we'll prepare, and our kids won't be intimidated. Our kids will be excited, and it'll be a heck of a challenge, and we'll be ready for it.
Thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Tanner.
Coach Braithwaite with us here as the Irish get the win. 53-14 and improved to 4-1 on the year. Postgame numbers here brought to you by Condon Signs, North Platte's only locally owned full-service sign company. Condon Signs, creating custom monument signs, pylon signs, commercial awnings, and they'll service your existing sign. Quality and knowledge since 1991. Visit them on the corner of 8th and Vine or at condonsigns.com. For St. Pat's today, believe it or not, ended up with quite a few rushing yards, 261. You wouldn't have thought that, although, of course, Hankla's big run and Brecken had a late run there. It added up in the second half. They only had 79 at half, 261 in the game, 101 through the air, 362 total yards. Mason Giebler, 12 carries, 88 yards and a touchdown. So, let's see, Hunter McNew had a carry. Xavier Pieper, 1 carry for 6 yards. Brecken Collins, 5 for 41 and a touchdown. Ben Hyricks, 9 carries, 30 yards, a touchdown. Jackson Braithwaite got his first rushing touchdown of the year. I think second of his career. He had one last year, I know for sure. And Sam Sitta got a carry there as well. Jace Roberts, 4 for 23. Matthew Giebler, 2 carries, 10 yards. Ben Hankla, 2 carries, 65 yards and a touchdown. And Blake Folkert got a late carry. Jackson through the air, 3 for 4, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns here today. And 2 completions to Peyton Kramer for 61 yards and a score. Ben Hyricks had a touchdown reception from 40 yards out as well. 1 turnover, 18 first downs, 3 penalties for 15 yards. Meanwhile, for Highline, 156 total, 126 on the ground, 30 through the air. Brody Diefenbaugh all in the first half, 10 for 40. 13 for Gage Roop for 41. Chase Beitler, 14 for 32. Through the air, Diefenbaugh 3 for 5, 30 yards and a touchdown. 2 completions to Beitler and 1 to Traven Cook. That was a touchdown reception. 2 turnovers, 10 first downs, 8 penalties for the Highline Bulls. They dropped to 1-4 on the year. They will, I think, winnable games though for Highline. I think they could get Southern Valley next week. Certainly Arapahoe's an opportunity. Alma, I think they can win all 4 of those games if they're healthy. Diefenbaugh obviously needs to be back for them. Time now for your player of the game. Today it's brought to you by Allo Communications, the telecom home team. Allo is taking tech to the next level with products and services that provide its fiber fans with an all-star experience. If you're ready to up your internet game, go to allocommunications.com and get Allo today. Come on with Jackson Braithwaite. Jackson, 3 for 4, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. He rushed for his first touchdown of this year. Jackson Braithwaite comes in, takes over for Sutton Tickle, and does a masterful job back there at quarterback. So Jackson Braithwaite, our Allo Fiber player of the game. Well, that's going to wrap it up here tonight from Eustis. Thanks for the great hospitality by the Bulls. 53-14, St. Pat's gets the win. They improved to 4-1. Don't forget, next week we've got volleyball action Tuesday in Mullen, Thursday in Sutherland, then at home, football on Friday against Dundee County Stratton. Husker volleyball tomorrow afternoon on KODY as well. I'm Tanner Strickman saying so long. Make my thanks to Bill O'Malley, Thomas Hyricks. Happy birthday, buddy. And Irish get the win, 53-14 here from Highline. You've been listening to High School Football on Husker Radio.
This has been coverage of North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics on 1240 AM, 1061 FM, KODY. For a copy of today's game, contact the station at 308-532-3344. And for a full list of upcoming broadcasts, go to HuskerRadio.com. This has been a Husker Radio production.